This is the Buzz Adams Morning Show podcast. Barstool Talk Daily. Except it's really early in the morning and no booze. For the most part.
Thank God it's Friday. Monday's a brand new start. Wednesday, you're halfway home, and Thursday, the weekend's not far. Saturday and Sunday, you hang with your friends. What can you say about Tuesday? Nothing, not a damn thing. Tuesday bites, Tuesday sucks, Tuesday blows, go away. Tuesday's crap, Tuesday's lame, Tuesday's dumb, go away. Tuesday, Saturday and Sunday, you hang with your friends. But what can you say about Tuesday? Nothing.
Why are you up so early?
Why are you up so early?
Early bird gets the worm. And also,
Going to be a terrific show.
Tuesday morning show.
It's a terrific Tuesday.
Tuesday.
That's terrific.
What's terrific?
My favorite show.
Favorite show.
Terrific. That's just terrific.
This is just terrific.
Terrific Tuesday.
Let's get ready for showtime.
Wake up, El Paso. Buzz Adams is back. Only on 95.5 The Q. Thank you so much. Good morning. Thank you for that. Welcome, everybody, to the show for this Tuesday morning. It is August the 20th. We've got a lot coming up on the show today. We've got a lot of business to take care of today, Joanna.
We do.
Like letting you know what the ghost song of the day is going to be.
Yes.
We are celebrating the month of August, and we have some great giveaways, so we'll tell you what hour the ghost song of the day is going to be played in. We've got more tickets to give away for Sunday's show at the El Paso County Coliseum, headlined by Lamb of God, Mastodon, special guest Carrie King of Slayer, and Malevolence. And we're going to have tickets every morning this week. So we've got some more tickets to give away for that great metal show this Sunday at the Coliseum. I don't know how long it's been since the Coliseum rocked that hard. I hope they check the support beams and the rafters and everything, because it is going to get loud on Sunday at the El Paso County Coliseum. And we are continuing with registration for Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea. We are going to have code words throughout the day. This is a code word contest, so you can enter the code words. Look for the icon on the KLAQ mobile app if you got it on your phone, KLAQ.com. And what we've got at the end of January is a 4-night cruise out of Miami to the Dominican Republic. Chris Jericho is going to be there. His band Fozzy is going to be performing. They're going to have live wrestling events that you could be ringside at, concerts, podcasts, and more. And Chris Jericho's bringing a bunch of his wrestling friends and a bunch of his buddies from the rock world, too. So the prize is two tickets, double occupancy cabin on a Norwegian Gem 4-night cruise from Miami to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. All meals and beverages, well, basic beverages included. I think that probably means you got to pay for alcohol. You ever been on a cruise?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so all the food is free.
Okay, I've always wondered.
Yeah, and I've only been on one in my life, and it was my girlfriend at the time's idea, and I thought it was corny as hell. Until I got on it, and it was amazing.
You're all, this is lit.
So they had regular dining seatings, you know. But then throughout the day, anytime you wanted, they just had a pizza bar. You could go grab a slice of pizza, whatever you wanted, and that was included.
Is awesome.
What wasn't included were alcoholic beverages. So you'd be on the Lido deck or on poolside or something, and one of the stewards, I guess, would come around Coco Loco.
Oh.
Coco Loco. If you got this drink, Joanna, it was like $20.
Oh, snap. You're like, I'm already paying for this cruise. What the hell?
Right. So the alcohol could be quite expensive. So do you know what we did?
What'd you do?
What do you think we did?
You snuck in alcohol.
Yeah, how do you think we did it?
How? Do they check?
Not
Or do
really,
they
but
care?
I don't think they cared. But we emptied a bottle of the brown Listerine, you know, the brown one, and
Yeah.
filled that up with rum or whiskey or whatever.
Really? Oh, my God.
Bunch of water bottles just filled with vodka.
Nice.
That way you order a non-alcoholic
old
drink
school
and
with
you do a switcheroo and make it an alcoholic beverage. Yeah, so this is going to be a cruise that leaves out of Miami. You also get a $1,000 travel voucher. That's for you to use to get to Miami. The cruise is part of the trip. The $1,000 travel voucher, oh yes, and also $500 spending cash. Meet and greet Chris Jericho and all of his wrestling and rockin' friends on Chris Jericho's Rockin' Wrestling Rager at Sea. We've got this contest going on, and we will give out code words in the 10 a.m. hour, in the afternoon, the 2 p.m. hour, the 5 p.m., and the 8 p.m. hour during Loudwire nights. Joanna, entertainment news, you're going to have that coming up for us in just about an hour. What do we have with the Hollywood Cheesemate today?
The Acolyte, Buzz. What'd you think? Did you watch the whole season?
Did, yeah.
Did it end well? Because that's the last time you're going to see it.
They canceled The Acolyte?
Canceled. Season 2, dead.
The final episode blew my mind. I didn't realize the main bad guy was Manny Jacinto. Do you know who Manny Jacinto is?
Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
What do you know him from?
I don't know.
Because I know him from
He's
The Good
just like-
Place.
he's done a lot of thirst traps on TikTok. that
Yeah,
I've
he
seen
was
him in.
he was Jason, who was posing as a Buddhist monk in The Good Place, and I didn't realize he was so sexy
Yeah, he's hot.
because he was a goofball. Did you ever watch The Good Place?
No, I didn't.
Worth your time.
Oh, okay.
A lot of fun. So anyway, they're not going to do a second season.
Nope.
Just going to leave it
Season
hanging
2
like
dead.
that, huh?
Yep. I'll let you know more in entertainment news.
Okay. We'll have that coming up a bit later. A lot more to talk about. We've got Today in Sound Clips. They started the Democratic National Convention last night. Hillary Clinton spoke at it. So we got some audio of that. There is a peace proposal on the table for Israel and Gaza and Palestine. And we'll hear from Antony Blinken, Secretary of State, coming up about that in Today in Sound Clips. Real quick, let me tell you El Paso's weather and the golfers' forecast. Look for triple digits all week long and not much rain in sight. Mostly sunny is the forecast for this week. 101 the high temperature today. Right in that range, low 100s, but triple digits every day this week. Sunshine for the most part, and that includes the weekends. We are looking at just 5, 6, 7 days in a row of 100 degrees or more. El Paso's golfers forecast is brought to you by Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. You can set up all your tee times and reservations online at painteddunes.com. That's painteddunes.com. Or call them at the Pro Shop, 915-821-2122 for Painted Dunes Desert Golf Course. A quick pause. We'll be back with Today in Sound Clips in just a moment.
The Daily Calendar.
Ladies and gentlemen, August 20th is National Bacon Day.
Hey.
Finally, a day we can all agree on.
I hate bacon.
Except Brian. It's National Radio Day for the medium that reaches 2 out of 3 people every single day.
And be warned, because it's World Mosquito Day.
Those little disease-carrying suckers can bite me. No, actually, don't. Ow!
And that's your Daily Calendar.
95.5 KLAQ.
For washing with monthly rates available. Mention this ad and receive 15% off. Visit sanitize915.com for more info.
Broadcasting from El Paso for El Paso. The Buzz Adams Morning Show on 95.5 KLAQ.
Coming up, we're going to have Today in Sound Clips, get some audio from last night's opening night of the Democratic National Convention. Vice President Kamala Harris made a surprise appearance. She wasn't expected, but showed up anyway. And we'll get some of the audio from night one of the DNC in Chicago.
Yeah.
Enthusiastic about the DNC?
Yeah, it's like a good time, a carnival. It's like the Texas State Fair.
They're not going to out-carnival the Republicans, though. They had Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off on stage. Sean Fain, the UAW president, took his shirt. He didn't rip it off, but he
just took it off. That's even weirder.
But he had a shirt on underneath it that said, "Trump is a scab."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Steve Kerr, the coach of the Golden State Warriors, spoke at the DNC. We'll get to these sound clips here in just a few minutes.
Did you see any of the news where Donald Trump was sharing AI-altered pictures of Taylor Swift and fans of hers?
Yes, he shared altered images that made it look as if Taylor Swift had endorsed him or gotten on the MAGA train or whatever.
Yes.
They were fake, by the way.
A little.
A little fake?
A little fake, yeah.
We've got tickets for Lamb of God, Mastodon, special guest Kerry King, and Malevolence this Sunday at the El Paso County Coliseum. We've been waiting a long time for this show, and it is really going to test the foundations of that old ancient building. And we'll have tickets every morning this week to give away for, what a show, Lamb of God, Mastodon. You've got Kerry King, lead guitarist of Slayer. They're about to go back out on a mini world tour. And Malevolence as part of the bargain. I honestly cannot remember the last time there were so many loud bands at the at the County Coliseum, but we're going to have tickets for it every morning this week.
And now, today in sound clips.
All of the day's news with accompanying sound bites and actualities. Let's hear about the conflict in Israel and Gaza. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Israel Sunday, and yesterday he had some results to report after a meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Blinken announced this at a press conference in Tel Aviv.
In a very constructive meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu today, he confirmed to me that Israel accepts the bridging proposal, that he supports it.
All right. The secretary gave no further details on the deal, but said, quote, the next important step is for Hamas to say yes. And on the heels of that, the Israeli military said today that it recovered the bodies of 6 hostages taken in the initial Hamas October 7th attack that began the war in Gaza. This is U.S. and Arab mediators tried to advance an agreement to halt the fighting and release scores of other Israeli captives. The Israeli military and IDF says its forces recovered the bodies in an overnight operation in southern Gaza without saying how the 6 captured Israelis died or when. A forum of hostage families said they were kidnapped alive. Hamas says some captives have been killed and wounded in Israeli airstrikes. Night 1 of the Democratic National Convention. To the surprise of the crowd in Chicago, Vice President Kamala Harris made an unplanned appearance on stage during the first night.
This is going to be a great week. And I want to kick us off by celebrating our incredible President Joe Biden.
This is going to be a good week. And I just want... She has a very interesting voice pattern.
Yeah, they're making the most of that.
I just want to thank... No? Is that just me?
I got to tell you, I watched a little bit of the RNC and I watched a little bit of the DNC. The DNC sounds a lot more upbeat and positive and pro-America, really. You know, like a lot of the Republican stuff is how we are living in a hellhole and the United States is a cesspit and that we're stupid and that everybody beats us at everything. It's just the negativity after a while.
Oh, yeah,
Catch
like,
your
because
dad.
everything just is only good under...
Right. The minute it switches over to Trump, everything will be roses and sunshine. Hillary Clinton, who famously lost to Donald Trump in 2016, was a featured speaker last night. Hillary said America has always faced the same choice.
There is always a choice. Do we push forward or pull back? Come together as we the people, or split into us versus them?
Hillary also said that pulling together is something that someone like Donald Trump is never going to understand.
So it is no surprise, is it, that he is lying about Kamala's record? He's mocking her name and her laugh. Sounds familiar.
Huh.
He
did it to me.
Right. Well, Hillary does have kind of a cackle when she laughs. Joe Biden got on stage, and you could tell he probably had some real conflicted feelings. I don't think he wanted to go. I mean, he wanted to go to the convention. He didn't want to drop out of the race.
It wasn't past his bedtime?
He probably got a big nap in, I would imagine,
that's
because
nice.
some of this went after midnight
I
Eastern
know.
time. President Joe Biden says that he loves his job as president, but he loves his country more.
It's been the honor of my lifetime to serve as your president. I love the job, but I love my country more.
Biden also told the DNC crowd that he would be the best volunteer for the Harris Walls campaign.
I promise I'll be the best volunteer Harrison Waltz has Cam ever seen.
And Biden was interrupted a few times by chants of "We Love Joe" from the crowd.
Oh.
And all this talk about how I'm angry at all those people who said I should step down. That's not true.
All right.
Aww.
So there's "We Love Joe."
Oh, wait, can you go back to that clip real quick? Because he's lucky he got that word out.
Which word is that?
I don't know, but he was just trying to say something at the end of it right now.
I promise I'll be the best volunteer.
Not that one, right?
No.
This one. Okay.
And all this talk about how I'm angry at all those people who said I should step down.
Are you just making fun of the way people talk now?
I mean,
at least Biden was on time.
That's not true.
Danielle Fishel, who played Topanga on Boy Meets World, shared on her podcast that doctors found breast cancer. So here's Topanga talking about her breast cancer diagnosis.
I was recently diagnosed with DCIS, which stands for ductal carcinoma in situ, which is a form of breast cancer. It is very, very, very early. It's technically stage 0.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if the doctor checked out the Topanga Canyon while he was at it. Well, that's where the name comes. Topanga Canyon is a well-known landmark in California. Oh, yeah.
I only know one Topanga.
Right.
One true Topanga.
And that's
From that
Corey's.
show.
Topanga Matthews.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Topanga and Corey Matthews for life.
This was on the Pod Meets World podcast. Danielle Fishel says that doctors caught her.
Also, it was a joke, and it's about cancer. Like, she's talking about getting cancer, and you're making a Topanga Canyon joke.
Yeah, maybe.
It would be so easy to say, I don't have time for that. I went to my mammogram last year. I was fine last year. And I didn't. Instead, I was like, yeah, it's time. Got to make that appointment. And they found it so early that I'm going to be fine.
Okay, good for her.
So
Yeah.
I knew
a light at the end of the tunnel.
I knew there was a light at the end of the tunnel. That's right. The world's largest 3D printed neighborhood is nearing completion, and it's here in Texas.
What?
Georgetown, Texas. This summer, the robotic printer from Icon is finishing the last few of 100 3D printed houses in Wolf Wolf Ranch, a community about 30 miles from Austin. Interested to hear more?
Yeah. Actually, 3D printed houses.
Mm-hmm. The story says that they're not all cookie cutters, but they're showing a couple of them. They just look like identical houses.
Well, yeah.
Icon, but that goes for a lot of housing developments.
But yeah, they look cookie cutter.
Yeah. Icon began printing the walls of what it says is the world's largest 3D printed community in November of 2022. Compared to traditional construction, the company says that 3D printed homes are completed faster, they're less expensive, requires fewer workers, and minimizes construction material waste. So there's that's an actual photo.
Oh, wow.
They've got a lot of them done already, so.
It does the roofs and everything?
I don't know. I mean, I guess people have to go out there and put them together still, though, right? I don't think it just pops out of the 3D printer.
They're just
fully
a bunch
formed.
of big Legos, yeah.
Here's the project manager and one of the homeowners who already owns one of the 3D printed houses in Georgetown, Texas.
One layer at a time, Vulcan prints a full house. It goes from the front of the slab to the back for one layer. And for these homes in particular, after 10 feet of printing in a few days, you have the wall system for a house.
The concrete floors are very cool, literally. The quietness. We're right next to a bypass and you can't hear anything, so it's very quiet.
All right.
Concrete.
Phil Donahue passed away. Phil Donahue was 88 years old and a talk show pioneer. They're saying that every talk show that came after kind of copied his format of having controversial guests on stage, going up into the audience and letting them ask questions.
A bunch of memes yesterday were showing Dr. Phil McGraw, pictures of him, and then with the caption, "Rest in peace, Phil Donahue."
Phil Donahue.
Yeah.
Oprah, who came on the scene after Phil Donahue had already been doing his show for 10 or 15 years. Oprah says that her show would not have existed if Donahue hadn't paved the way. Here she is presenting Phil Donahue with the Lifetime Achievement Award for Daytime Television in 1996.
He may not have invented the idea of talking to people on television. He just did it better than anyone who came before him. And all of us who came after Phil Donahue owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude.
Phil Donahue, who gave us 28 years and nearly 7,000 shows, is the man who changed the face of daytime television.
There will be a press conference at your hospital.
Yes.
At which what will be revealed?
We are donating a heart to the baby in Loma Linda, California.
That is baby Jesse, the child who has received the heart transplant. Hi, baby. Welcome, baby Jesse Dean Sepulveda, right here.
Phil, you did it with intelligence, with class, and most important for those of us who stole your ideas, you did it first.
So he was married to Marlo Thomas for 44 years until his passing. Do you need me to give you the background? So Marlo Thomas's father.
Yeah, you could just tell, okay.
You don't know who that is?
No, not at all.
She's a pretty big celebrity.
Joanna, do you know Marlo Thomas?
No, I can't say I do.
Her father was Danny Thomas, who was one of the early television pioneering comedic actors. Okay? She was in a show in the 60s, a popular sitcom called That Girl.
That Girl?
That Girl is
Who's that girl?
It's just.
It's just.
Nope, wrong girl.
Oh, my bad.
Danny Thomas was really involved in Shriners Charities, and so was Marlo Thomas. People thought that Phil Donahue was much older than Marlo Thomas because he had that premature white hair. But Marlo Thomas is actually only 2 years younger.
She's 86.
She's 86. She's only 2 years younger than her late husband, Phil Donahue.
There was a baby Jesse?
Yeah, don't get hung up on that. That was just like audio from an old show.
Why can't? Don't get hung up on the baby Jesse story.
Move on from the baby.
Move on from
Right.
baby Jesse.
I'm leading to something else here. So
Oh.
Marlo Thomas met Phil Donahue when he interviewed her. She was a guest on his show, and at the end, you could feel the spark of magic. Yeah.
I'm sorry that we are out of time. You are really fascinating. And
No, but
are.
you are wonderful. I said it when we were off the air, and I want to say you are loving and generous, and you like women, and it's a pleasure. And whoever is the woman in your life is very lucky.
Thank you very much.
They both had it for each other.
Mhm.
Cute.
It probably took everything they had to keep from
Their hands on each other.
clapping
off each
cheeks
other.
right there on stage.
Who taught him that?
Yeah, stop.
Did you teach him that?
No, what are the callers? Last year when Marlo and Phil Donahue
unsee you saying that to me.
clapping cheeks. Just picture Phil and Marlo doing it. Last year when they celebrated their 43rd wedding anniversary, Marlo told People magazine about the 3 L's that kept their romance alive.
Lust, lust, lust.
No, but lust is one of them. Love, listening, and lust. Phil Donahue was 88 years old.
She's beautiful in this picture of her from That Girl.
Oh, yeah, That Girl was a show that they showed on reruns when I was a kid. They must not have made the Nick at Night cut, though.
It did not.
Or you guys would have heard of it.
Who's that girl?
That's not how it
Wrong
goes.
girl.
It's Marlo Thomas.
That's the Today in Sound Clip segment. Forrest Joanna has the Hollywood Cheese May coming up. We're going to take a look at the Mo Show calendar. Happy birthday, Robert Plant, lead singer of Led Zeppelin, today, by the way.
Tacos are the best food that I've tried. When the meat is ground and the beans refried in a soft or crunchy shell, I think both as well. It's my favorite food. They taste so good. Oh boy, it's Taco Tuesday. You're the best day of the week. As soon as I can get some tacos, you know I'm gonna eat them. I love tacos more than burgers or Chinese. I love them with lettuce and shredded cheese. I love Taco Supreme. They come with sour cream inside a shell. They're good as hell. Yeah! Oh boy, it's Taco Tuesday. Why aren't I eating tacos yet? As soon as this song is over, I'm gonna get some tacos. Taco Tuesday!
The heat's no joke. It is so hot outside. So hot. Have you ever had your fingernails sweat?
And more, visit westerntech.edu and get started today. Don't give up, rise up at Western Tech, college for the real world.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers. At GVILaw.com.
All right, I've got a few phone calls in the chamber from, well, I don't know about overnight, but since yesterday's show, people have left us a few messages. I want to get to those before too long.
Hey, I have a question. As a radio professional, you might know this.
Happy National Radio Day. by the
Yeah.
way.
Happy Radio Day. Does it matter if I put the the headphones on with the R on the wrong side or the L on the wrong side.
So what Nico's talking about is broadcast quality headphones often have an R and an L to let you know which
right
one
and
goes.
left. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
No.
Because the cord naturally falls to the side this way easier, but that means I'm wearing the left on the right.
They're like shoelaces. There's no wrong way to do it. Put them on. Some people do this move. Okay, watch. They take one off.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
having
yeah.
one
Yeah.
on.
So, Joanna, do you see what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
He just has one headphone ear on.
This is the one ear method. That way I can hear what's going on outside of the broadcast with one ear, and I got the other one.
What is this?
You're so funny.
That sometimes will cause feedback
Oh.
if you're not careful.
That was magic.
Are you high this morning?
That was magic.
Uh-huh.
No.
Look at me.
I'm just kidding. I honestly did not know that you could do that with headphones.
What? Take one off?
And do the feedback thing. I had no idea you could do that. No.
Just like that.
Stop.
Speaking of being high, which you did not deny.
Of course I denied it. I said no.
There's a YouTube channel called There I Ruined It, where people take different music and adjust it in demented ways.
Mm-hmm.
So they did a version of the Reading Rainbow theme, but made it all about drugs. And they called it Weeding Rainbow. You ready to hear Weeding Rainbow?
Yeah.
Butterfly in the sky, I must be really high. There's a dragon there, I'm a little scared. A reading rainbow. I can't eat anything. Take a joke and blow some smoke. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
I subscribe to these guys.
They're great. Yeah.
The three YouTube channels that I subscribe to are Randy Rainbow.
Okay.
Do you know who Randy Rainbow is?
Yes, I do.
Is he does like satire and sketches.
Yeah.
But in a gay way? Okay, I didn't want to label him.
That's part of, he wears lipstick and
His last name is Rainbow.
What if he's like, no, I'm not gay? What are you talking about?
No, he's real funny. Bat in the Sun. I remember that's the name. And they do these superhero beatdowns.
And
where
they do
they'll have,
like these crossovers and stuff.
Have you seen
Yes.
any of those?
Yeah. That is one I subscribe to.
They have like Superman fighting the Hulk.
Yeah.
You know, they had a few comic book crossovers when I was in my comic book prime, where Spider-Man would meet up with Superman in some kind of middle ground. Oh, yeah.
The only time I can think of, they did the Marvel versus DC or DC versus Marvel crossover.
No, they dabbled in it before that, though. So Bat in the Sun does these super... And the effects, the best one, is Batman versus Darth Vader. I swear to God, it's better than any DC movie in the past 30 years.
Like, you won't let anybody hang out in this studio unless you've shown them that video first.
I don't like to force my views on anybody, but...
He's all, but I'm going to play it and you
I'm
can
gonna
choose
play
whether
this.
to watch it or not.
Bad lip reading is good, usually. Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys have their final preseason game this Saturday. That means Cowboys football will be on the air for several hours. It's an afternoon game, and our broadcast starts here on KLAQ with the pregame show at 1 o'clock this Saturday. As with every Cowboy game, it's only going to be over the airwaves. We'll still be streaming music at KLAQ.com and the mobile app. The regular season gets underway Sunday, September 8th. It's close, but still not close enough for me. On September 8th, Cowboys will be away, taking on the Browns in Cleveland. Dallas Cowboys football in the Q is brought to you by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys. 915 Tours And Border City Ale House, the home of the 600 ESPN El Paso Monday Night Football watch parties. Check out the Dallas Cowboys all season long, and fingers crossed, postseason maybe? All on El Paso's radio home for Dallas Cowboys football.
Dallas.
95.5 KLAQ.
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys. We are the Cowboys. Let's
Cowboys football. Oh, I thought we were still going. Moving on.
How's that feel?
Let's take a look at our Mojo calendar and daily almanac of events and find out what's happening in our calendar. There's a lot of note here. Today is National Radio Day.
A happy National Radio Day.
Happy National Radio Day.
Did you send in your pictures, Joanna?
No, I don't have pictures.
Okay.
Today
Did you know? I bet Buzz doesn't even know we're supposed to do that.
I saw something about it, but come on. I only found out about it this morning.
When they sent the email yesterday.
No, I don't check my email. Once I get home, I don't check my email.
Do you want me to take the pictures and send them in for you?
There should be enough pictures of me
there's
laying around. You can't turn around without seeing a picture of me in this place.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Today is National Bacon Lovers Day.
Bacon.
Joanna, we're going to have a special Ron Swanson ode to bacon coming up.
Oh, lovely.
Today is International Day of Medical Transporters. What does that refer to? People who drive ambulances?
It's either that
or people who have to carry like a human heart in an ice chest.
Maybe that.
You don't know what it is?
Too.
Or even the people who just take you from floor to floor in the hospital.
Just push you in the wheelchair or the gurney?
That's a transporter.
Okay.
Transporter.
Today is
transport, like the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Today is World Mosquito Day. I don't think we should be celebrating
these
those
guys.
nasty little mother effers. Why do they get a day?
Now they're going to be all high and mighty. Like,
right.
I get my own day.
It's my day today.
Give me all your blood.
I'm going to take all the blood.
Birthdays today include actor-singer Demi Lovato, who's 32. Is she the one who's on that Only Murders in the Building? No, that's Selena Gomez. My bad.
Yes.
She briefly preferred they/them pronouns until it became too exhausting.
She got
exhausted with it.
Man, I'm getting tired of this now. Andrew Garfield, who was the second big screen Spider-Man, is 41 today.
He's my Spider-Man.
He also played Eduardo, the guy who really gets screwed over by Mark Zuckerberg and the social network. Remember
that's
Eduardo?
right.
Eduardo's still, I mean,
He's
when
still
everything
got-
shook out,
yeah.
he's still a billionaire, I think. So,
I wonder if they talk. I want them to be friends in real life.
who, Andrew Garfield and Eduardo Severin?
No,
Or
I meant
Eduardo and Mark
Zuckerberg.
You know, as much as that movie made you hate the Winklevoss twins, they made out like they're billionaires. I mean, they were already rich to begin with, but they did fine.
The Winklevi are billionaires.
Actress Amy Adams, who played Lois Lane in the DC movies recently, is, 50 today.
What?
Yeah, I don't think of Amy Adams as being 50 years old.
She looks good. Did I say that out loud? Whoops.
Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, 54 years old today. At 54, Limp Bizkit is his band, but also a medical condition. Suffering from the Limp Bizkit.
They have a pill for that.
Network weatherman Al Roker is 70 years old today. And Robert Plant, lead singer of Led Zeppelin, turns 76.
I think he has such an interesting last name.
Plant?
Yeah. Is that a family
You
name?
like it, don't you?
I love plants.
Oh, there's a boxer named Caleb Plant. I wonder if they're... And I think he's from the UK. I wonder if they're related.
Yeah. The Plant family.
You could make a case that Robert Plant might be the greatest front man. I mean, you could make cases for plenty of other people, but Robert Plant's definitely got to be in the discussion. Yeah, as best front man for a band. And former newswoman Connie Chung is 78. You know who she's married to, Joanna?
Connie Chung.
You know this.
Les Moonves?
No.
No, that's Lisa Ling. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, Nico.
That is the most racist thing I've ever heard in my life.
What are you talking about?
Wait, I don't even know if it's not Lisa Ling. Who is it that's married to was married to Les Moonves?
It's Maury, right?
It's Maury Povich. There was a period of like 15 years where everybody was rooting for Connie Chung and Maury Povich, who were trying to get pregnant. And they were really running against the clock.
I am not a father.
Right?
Les Moonves is married to Julie Chen.
Okay.
And I said, Lisa,
okay.
Oh my God.
Julie
I
Chen.
apologize to everybody.
And Connie Chung are practically sisters.
That is a horribly racist thing to say. Take it back now.
Of course. Okay, take it back.
Okay. Today is National Bacon Day. All you bacon lovers, rejoice. And in honor of Bacon Day, here is actor Nick Offerman, or if you prefer, Ron Swanson, and an ode to bacon.
Sleep breaks via a skillet sizzle. I startle. Like a Goldilocks bear, I bumble out of bed and mumble. Who's been cooking in my kitchen? I listen. My nostrils widen. I'm stricken. It's bacon. Fork, knife, spoon, trash. Here's my fork, knife, spoon again, attached to my body. Or as I like to say, my bacon eater. Because the world is split into two halves, the bacon and the bacon eaters. Utensils don't make the bacon sweeter. It's breakfast. Crunch. Another bunch. Then lunch. Before I know it, it's been 3 days. I smile, my lips bacon glazed. I'm correct, I'm finished. Life is diminished down to its grizzly bear essence. The bacon and me. The bacon in I. I'm ready to die. I've baconed.
Happy National Bacon Day. Let's take a break. Joanna has the Hollywood Cheese Bay on the way, and we are going to talk about the phenomenon of adult lemonade stands. People so desperate for money that they're running lemonade stands as a side hustle.
Move over, kids.
That's brilliant.
Right?
Well, we're going to find out about that coming up in just a couple of minutes. And we're also going to hear audio from some of the adult lemonade stand entrepreneurs coming up. More of the Buzz Adams Morning Show's on the way right after this.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from GNR to STP.
Code TURN. Cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TURN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
The only reason I ever stop at a lemonade stand is, because to encourage the kids, they're out there making it's cute.
It's adorable.
Right. You get a glass of lemonade. I don't even know if I like lemonade that much, but now adults are running lemonade stands.
That's awesome.
As a side hustle.
Do they have apps for it yet?
We're going to find out more coming up in just a few minutes.
Hey, okay, so 2 things. One, we were talking about Danny Thomas earlier because Marlo Thomas, I guess, passed away or had a birthday.
St. Jude's was his
That's
charity.
what I just was about to bring up.
I was saying this, but the Shriner, it's the Shriners also do a lot of hospital work, but he's
Joanna,
specifically
he founded St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
What, Danny Thomas?
Yeah. Marlo Thomas is...
And Marlo Thomas has been the leading advocate for that ever since Danny passed away.
Is it her birthday or is she dead?
No. She's in the news because Phil passed away.
Oh, that's right. Phil Donahue. My bad. So neither.
Well, she's probably pretty sad, I guess. They were
Do you
married
know?
for 44 years, I think.
She is a trending topic right now, according to Google. Do you know how I know who Danny Thomas is?
How?
There's an episode of The Golden Girls.
Oh, boy. It all goes back
Does
to
he
the
show up?
Gold Girls.
No, but Dorothy's friend is a lesbian. And Dorothy tells Blanche that the friend's a lesbian. And she's like, so? Isn't Danny Thomas one?
Yeah.
And
'Cause he's
Dorothy's all like,
Lebanese.
Lebanese.
Hey, real quick, Buzz. Would you like to do your impression of Julie Chen?
No. I don't have a Julie Chen impression. I just found it very offensive that you confused Connie Chung with Julie Chen. It's uncalled for. And you should be ashamed of yourself. Joanne, I know you have the story coming up, but somebody called to ask me a question about it, so I'm going to go ahead and roll with it, okay? All right. You can leave us a message anytime you like, night or day, 24 hours a day on the NEC line. That number is 844-805-NEC, 844-805-6325. Or you can call us directly in the studio. That's always welcome, too. Studio calls take precedent. So if you call in, we'll put you on first. And the studio line number is 915-910-4995. Here is a call from the NEC line.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Buzz, want to get your opinion on this. What do you think about the Acolyte being canceled season 2 as of well, if you're airing it on the show today, then I guess it's yesterday. Yeah, all the Disney shows, they get like 1 or 2 seasons at the most, and they get canceled. You know, that's what happens when you hire diversity for the sake of diversity. You know.
Oh God, dude! Can you just ask a question about Star Wars without going into some kind of political diatribe about? You know what? You complaining about diversity makes me like the Acolyte more.
The shows just suck. All the Star Wars shows suck.
Okay.
You people are the most negative.
You people?
Yes, just you.
What do you mean, you people?
God, can you just sit and enjoy something? And if you don't enjoy it, just don't watch it and shut up about it. God, how hard is that?
I don't even know why you're still into Star Wars, Buzz.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Star Wars sucks. The Olympics suck. Pro athletes suck. Everything sucks to these people.
As a old school Star Wars fan from back in the day, these shows are a complete mess. So yeah. All right, thanks.
Well,
you know what?
We should not be.
I do like it.
We shouldn't be hiring women directors or creators. We shouldn't be showcasing any people of color.
Why does a Jedi have to be black?
Yeah, no. Why are we showcasing any people of color? It's insane.
So the Acolyte on Disney Plus had the actors who played Rue in the first Hunger Games movie. Remember the little girl? So she's in it.
That's her, the main character?
Yeah.
The main actress?
And Manny Jacinto was the main bad guy.
You mean Chad?
No, he was Jason on
Jason.
The Good Place.
Yeah.
So they're she plays twins, and they do it like Haley Mills style. Where it's her playing both roles. But she's fooling all these Jedi. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you guys were like psychic or something, and you can't tell the difference between the one twin, all she has to do is cut her hair, and the Jedi are completely in the dark. But, dude, come on, that's Padilla. Padilla, the stuff, if you don't like something,
don't watch it.
Maybe you just don't like it.
Okay.
But when you start bitching and whining about it,
Devil's
being too woke,
advocate. Did you see that South Park special where Cartman's trying to get away from
Put a chick in it. Make her gay.
from Kathleen Kennedy? Yeah, put a chick in it and make him gay.
See, somebody like Cucker
is like
not Cucker, Padilla. If he sees that, he doesn't realize it's making fun of you.
In both ways, though, it's also making fun of Kathleen Kennedy and maybe
Put a chick in it. Make her gay. Make her lame.
You could acknowledge Padilla's point in saying, you know what? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't like, but I don't just dwell on it all the time, man. I mean, now I'm not going to miss the Acolyte. I thought it was pretty weak.
And in general, the Star Wars shows seem to be.
Obi-Wan Kenobi was It was awesome. Man.
I know what word you were going to use.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi series was fantastic. I don't care what anybody else says. I didn't like some of the comic relief, you know.
What was the comic relief?
Well, they had...
Jar Jar? Is he back?
No, almost as bad. Kamal Nanjiani or whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
And Amy Sedaris.
I forgot about that.
Let's see. Another call here.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, I'm curious. I listen every day, and I don't know if it's just me, or has Cucker not been calling in ever since the Momentum did a 180-degree change in direction, or are just his calls so vile that you guys aren't playing them? But I noticed that some of, not all of, the mangas have gone kind of quiet, and I gotta say, it's nice. Anyways, you guys have a good one.
He's talking about Cucker Tarlson, one of our callers.
And in general, I feel like we're getting less calls from the people who normally stand up for Trump.
His stuff is just so repetitive. Every time it's going to be some kind of slur. You know, it would have been against Joe Biden. I realized at one point, you know what? I don't have to put these on. They put me in a bad mood. I bet they put a lot of people in a bad mood. They're just so consistently negative. That's the thing I'm getting from this election year is the Republicans have really become the party of negativity.
Everything's terrible. Have you listened to his? It's all terrible.
We're worse than any third world nation. You guys are poisoned. And it finally dawned on me, this puts me in such a bad mood. I guess I have to hear them, but I don't have to force everybody else to hear them. So, right, unless you got
That's so nice.
Unless you got a good point or it passes by. Yeah, he hasn't been calling as much. Cucker has not been calling as much.
Yeah, he has not.
But also, when he does call, I'll listen to it. And if there's just no point or no value to it, in my estimation, why play it? You know?
Preach.
Joanna, why don't we go ahead and push back the Hollywood Cheesemay one break? And instead, we'll take a moment to talk about adult lemonade stands.
Joanna, by the way, I found this picture of you and Junior on the website, and I'm going to try and put it into every article that I put up for Buzz Now.
Me and Junior?
Yeah, is this not you and Junior, or Mari? Is this your sister?
I can't see.
No, it's you for sure.
There is a new trend purportedly that people are sharing on TikTok. Have you seen it?
I have, yeah.
Where adults are opening up lemonade stands to pay school debt, and it's kind of a side hustle.
Yeah, it's their side hustle. These are not just like, oh, it's a cute little kid with a little lemonade stand. No,
these are like 20-something.
Dude, I opened up a lemonade stand just for some extra weed money, okay? That was...
You could, and then these are the kind where they have that one fancy machine that presses the lemons.
Oh my God.
And then they put them in like a mason jar or something. Yes.
Here is TikToker Malia Blake talking about opening her lemonade stand so she can pay for law school. That better be some expensive, that better have some vodka in it or something.
Yeah, those are the lemonades that cost like $8.
So if you know me, you know I just be doing random stuff and my life literally changes as the wind blows, but it's always for the betterment of myself. So I decided to start this lemonade business. I literally saw a girl on here start a lemonade business and like pay for her entire pharmacy school. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to start a lemonade stand and pay off some debt and just kind of like get things together because I think I want to go to law school.
I think we're missing the point here that the only reason anybody goes to a lemonade stand is because they're cute little kids. And, you know, you want to support the idea that, this is probably their first work experience. You want to give them a positive experience. So, you buy a lemonade for $0.25 and tip them $1 or whatever.
These are fancy lemonades.
Yeah, they probably cost like $5
I don't want fancy
each.
lemonade.
Artisanal lemonades.
I don't want that either. But if a kid is out there with their friends.
It's delicious.
We had a lemonade stand one summer. Probably every summer we started a lemonade stand. Somebody had the idea, let's mix up some lemonade and sell it on the side of the road. We had a problem because there were so many flies, and the flies were gathering around the lemonade. And the flies would get stuck in the lemonade. So every 5 minutes, we had to scoop out the dead flies. And one of my friends said we should leave it in and charge extra for the meat.
Nice.
But yeah, the only reason
that is my friend Pete Blanchard, who now runs a successful business.
It was a Charles Pollard, but I haven't kept up with it.
Hey, if it's good lemonade, yeah, it's worth it.
Lemonade is about the same.
No, it's not.
Unless it's spiked.
No, sometimes it's better.
Now they have different flavors. You could get a cherry lemonade, cucumber.
Can I get sparkling water instead of regular? That might be nice.
Okay.
At Frank's Lemonade Stand, I have years of experience in the service industry. I know what customers want.
At Sophia's Lemonade Stand, I'll greet you with a smile instead of the dead-eye stare of a man worn down by life.
At Frank's Lemonade Stand, I engage customers in an adult conversation about stimulating topics.
At Sophia's Lemonade Stand, nobody has a gambling problem that forced them to open a lemonade stand so they can pay off a bookie named Marciano.
At Frank's Lemonade Stand, you don't have to wait for some punk to look up from their iPad.
At Sophia's Lemonade Stand, you don't have to listen to a guy grab about his divorce.
At Frank's Lemonade Stand, I don't have a smart little mouth.
At Sophia's Lemonade Stand, I'm not bald.
You little...
You want a piece of
Yeah.
Come and get it, old man.
Get her. When I get a hold of you...
You run like my grandma.
This message brought to you by Country Time Lemonade. Why trust idiots on a street corner when you can make your own damn drink?
While you're working away, we're working for you. Our job.
Play a car show plus legendary actors and voice actors. Visit SoldierCon on Facebook or Instagram or c4soldiercon.com for more info and tickets.
They make you laugh every day. They keep you up to date on all the news. They're just fun to listen to.
Buzz Adams, mornings on the Q.
Buzz, what a cute little life.
This is the morning show on 95.5 KLAQ.
All right, Joanna has the Hollywood cheese made. Are you, and it's okay if you're not.
What's up?
Are you ready to let people know what the ghost song of the day is going to be?
Oh, I was not.
Oh, okay.
I can get it, though, if
Huh.
you stall it.
Yeah, no. I'll just tell people about the contest. Okay. We are celebrating the first ever August. All this month is not just August, it's also August. We're playing a lot of ghost music, and we have a great giveaway. Daily, we've got preliminary prizes that are that's the Ghost movie soundtrack right here, right now. The original motion picture soundtrack will be yours if you are the 13th caller when you hear the Ghost song of the day. And then at the end of the month, we're going to take all the daily winners, put them all in a drawing. I think there are going to be 22 finalists. So pretty good chance of winning an autographed guitar. It is a Phantom guitar by Hagstrom. It comes in the Hag case.
The Hag bag.
Yeah, the Hag bag. And it's an over $2,000 value for the guitar in the bag without the autograph, but it is signed by Tobias Forge, Papa Emeritus from Ghost. So during the morning show a couple of times, this is the first time, but we'll do it again. We'll let you know what the Ghost song of the day is and what hour it's going to be played in. This is going to be later in the afternoon, in the 5 o'clock hour. Maybe you're coming home from work, and you're going to hear From the Pinnacle to the Pit by Ghost. In the 5 o'clock hour, when you hear that, you want to be caller 13. You want to use the studio line. The number is 915-910-4995. That's 915-910-4995. Joanna, do you have a little bit of From the Pinnacle to the Pit by Ghost to play for us?
I do.
All right, let's hear a little bit just so you can play.
Cast out from the heavens to the
good. From the pinnacle to the pit, you will hear in the 5 o'clock hour. You want to be caller number 13 on the studio line, 915-910-4995, when you hear that song. Also, we're going to have tickets coming up later this morning for Lamb of God, Mastodon, Kerry King. There is a special guest from Slayer and Malevolence. That show goes down this Sunday at the El Paso County Coliseum. We're going to have tickets for that show this morning and every morning this week.
Oh, nice.
How about a few phone calls?
Wait, hold on. Real quick, Joanna, I just found something out about Buzz I have never known before.
What's that?
A brand new Buzz factoid was
A Buzz
revealed.
fact. Ding, ding, ding. Go on.
Did you know he had a cat?
You had a cat?
Growing up, he said he had a cat.
We lived on a farm. We had
He said,
cat.
I had a farm cat.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does that mean? He's
A
like, well,
cat that
there's
hung out at the farm?
at the farm, but they wouldn't let him in because I was like, did you let the cat
My
in?
dad had a hard rule, no animals in the house. No animals.
Did this cat have a name?
Elvira.
What color was it?
It, as I recall, kind of black with flecks of gold in it.
Pretty.
Cute.
Do you want to know why we named it Elvira?
Why'd you name it Elvira?
Because at that time, in the 70s or 80s, whenever it was, a really popular song on the radio was called Elvira
Okay.
by the Oak Ridge Boys. Do you know that song?
Elvira.
Giddy up, bum, 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 bum,
How cute.
That's adorable.
And did she hunt mice?
Not very good.
Oh.
I mean, that's the idea. If you have a cat on a
Right.
farm, they're supposed to keep the mice out of the barn, but it looked like we were feeding her too regularly.
She did not have any need for hunting mice.
Why are you surprised that we had a cat?
Oh, because I've known you for years now, and I didn't think you had ever been around a cat or had one. You've always told me that you're not a cat person.
I'm a dog person.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hate cats, but dogs, are super special, I think. Cats could take us or leave us.
Yeah, cats are smarter.
Maybe when you get home, Joanna,
Yes.
your cat is overjoyed to see you, but I've never witnessed that.
My babies.
Do they get
Junior,
excited?
Yeah, Junior immediately greets me at the door and he's like,
Aww.
Have you noticed those two cats that live back behind our building now just hang out at the doorstep and stare you down
oh my
and
God, I
dare
forgot
you?
to go feed them in the commercial break. I got to go feed them.
It's the cat that's always been there, and then like her pimp.
Ronnie.
That's the pimp one.
Yeah, the other one is the pimp.
Yeah.
It's like, go act cute. Get us some food, bitch.
Yeah.
They won't let you pet them.
No.
But they
won't
will
let
sit
you get
there
close enough.
and guilt you that nobody's fed them recently. Here's the best description I ever heard, and I don't know who to credit it to, but it's not me. Somebody said, this is the difference between cats and dogs, okay?
Okay.
Dogs look at humans and think they feed us, they take care of us, they're always there for us. They must be gods.
Aww.
And cats look at humans and go, they feed us and take care of us, and they're always there for us. We must be gods.
Yeah, I think Junior thinks he's a god.
They are
Hey,
servants.
good morning show. You guys were talking about the adult lemonade stands, but
Yeah.
you know what? If this is a millennial thing, then I'm sorry, man. We're just too far gone, dude. I mean, people would do anything to to not get a job, man. I don't want to get a job. Oh, you know what? Let me open up a lemonade stand. Come on, dude.
That sounds like
It
hard work.
Like an influencer that failed kind of move, no, man. Apply for financial aid and get a job. Come on, brother. Come on. Lemonade stands are for cute little girls. Unless it was a lemonade stand by a stripper, then, give me some lemons.
Okay, there's a lot there.
Is the juice worth the
I
squeeze?
feel like you guys are just thinking like kid lemonade stands. These are fancy lemonade stands.
Well, if it's fancy, then they need to get a business license. I've always
They
said it's
probably do, or they probably have whatever you need when you have like a food truck and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
Because
like a
these
hard
people-
guy.
yeah,
a hard job.
These adult lemonade stands are at like farmers markets, concerts, events, things like that.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you would probably have to,
I think everyone's thinking like, oh, the
Have a
little
permit
kid
to
lemonade stand on the corner of the street.
So if you know me, you know I just be doing random stuff and my life literally changes as the wind blows, but it's always for the betterment of myself. So I decided to start this lemonade business. I literally saw a girl on here start a lemonade business and like pay for her entire pharmacy school. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to start a lemonade stand and pay off some debt and just kind of like get things together because I think I want to go to law school.
Right.
I mean, if you just got Country Time lemonade and just threw it into a pitcher and then like found a fold out a table or chair and stood outside.
Yeah.
And
That's a cute kid lemonade stand. But
That's
these
what-
are the fancy ones where they give you like a little mason jar with the lemons in it and you get to shake it.
Yeah, well, how much is it?
$5 to $10.
$8, yeah.
$8?
Yeah.
And there's no vodka in it or anything.
There's no vodka in it.
Good morning, Buzz Adams Morning Show. My first time calling in. I'm calling all the way from Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Hey.
And I want to let you know that your morning show is freaking awesome, bro.
Well,
I don't care if you guys talk about politics, funny things, lemonade stands. You know what I'm saying? You guys keep it real, 100%. Give yourselves a pat on the back because I listen to you guys every morning on my way to work. I listen to you guys when I'm feeling down and depressed. I listen to you guys when I'm happy. And right now I'm happy because there's no reason to be depressed. By the way, Buzz Adams, you're right about being in a negative mood with all this politics. I'd rather listen to some lemonade stand with some vodka in it. Take care, you guys. Much love. Peace.
Pace.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the call.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and get into Joanna's Hollywood Report. As a special name, it's called the Hollywood Cheese May.
It's the Hollywood Cheese Man.
It's
the
Hollywood Cheese Man. Joanna, tell us more.
Here's Joanna Barba. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning. Please give me a second. I accidentally closed it.
You
I don't know
closed-
why. I thought we already did it.
Hate when that happens.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. Legendary Entertainment is developing a new Pacific Rim prequel series in an effort to further expand the Kaiju franchise. Buzz, didn't you love that movie?
Loved the first Pacific Rim. I thought it was
You a big
brilliant.
rimmer?
I think it's a Guillermo del Toro movie, isn't it?
is, yeah.
And the second one did not live up to the legacy of the first one. But people think, Buzz Adams doesn't like movies about giant robots. Not if they suck.
I know he loves movies about giant robots.
No, he really does.
But Pacific Rim was excellent.
Yeah. You're a rimmer, for sure.
The television show will be an origin story and the first project to be developed under a first look deal with Eric Heiseher and Carmen Lewis under their production company Chronology. Heiseher is best known for writing the Oscar-nominated screenplay for 2016's Arrival, as well as penning the viral Netflix movie Bird Box. There have been two movies, with the most recent being 2018's Pacific Rim Uprising, an anime series titled Pacific Rim The Black, aired for 2 seasons on Netflix from
Yeah, it did.
2021 through 2022, and no word yet on where this series will end up.
Why isn't there an Atlantic Rim?
That's a good
Why
point.
are they stuck in the Pacific Ocean?
'Cause that's where the interdimensional portal
That's right.
You know,
In the-
you're
it's-
absolutely right.
It's in
and
the
that's
Mariana Trench. The Mariana Trench is in the Pacific, not the Atlantic Ocean.
You just described the exact reasoning, Joanne. Well, the interdimensional portals,
That's where it
obviously.
comes from.
Thank
Duh.
you.
Where do you
That's
think
why
all these
it's called
kaiju are coming from in the first place?
Doesn't.
Watch
Do you remember what the
movie,
robots are called? Jaegers.
Yeah.
Jaegers.
Yeah.
I travel in my Jaeger
Where can we watch Pacific? I want to
to
watch
the
it.
interdimensional portal.
And they have to create a neural bond. Two people have to bond.
Neural handshake.
Neural handshake. You're right.
Damn it.
Commencing neural handshake. What a great movie.
Damn it, it's not streaming anywhere for free.
What? The original Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
Mm.
Boo.
The
I wonder
rimming.
If you got
The
if you
rimming?
got cast, would you tell your friends, you guys, I got a rim job?
Yeah. Yep.
No.
Yep.
You wouldn't say that?
I don't think I would say
Yep. I was just waiting to see how you were going to work that in. Yeah. What a tongue lashing.
Great. Moving on. The Acolyte will not return for season 2. much to who called in and said they didn't like it?
Padilla.
Padilla.
Much to Padilla's delight.
Yes,
they had a Wookiee who's a Jedi, so like a Wookiee with a lightsaber.
A Wookiee, yeah.
And they killed him off like in the second episode.
Oh, what? Why they
There were a
killed
lot
the
of cool,
Wookiee?
all the cool characters they killed off within a couple of
Maybe
episodes.
that's why they were all
Carrie
mad
Ann
about it.
Moss was awesome.
Oh.
And then it's that guy from Squid Game.
Trinity comes out in it?
Yeah, she's in it, the first episode.
And she
Oh,
fights
just one
like
episode?
Trinity.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
With a
yeah, she's doing
lightsaber.
some Matrix lightsaber moves. Super cool.
Lucasfilm has elected not to continue with the Star Wars series following its first season. The news comes as a shock to so many who thought the season 1 finale ended on a cliffhanger. Lucasfilm's next Star Wars series for Disney Plus, Skeleton Crew, will debut on December 3rd.
Animated.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Second and final season of Andor is set to follow in 2025, and a second season of Ahsoka is in development.
So Disney, I think, had been saying that their acquisition of Star Wars might not have been profitable for them. They might be losing money after owning it for so
Yeah,
long.
apparently because they're making these crappy shows.
Well, they're not really making movies.
Also, I don't know
Right,
if
they're
people
doing
buy
these
action
shows.
figures based on Disney shows. That's their real cash
Right,
cow, is the merchandising, and I just don't know if these shows are popular enough that people want to go out and get the latest action figure or toy or whatever.
And is there oversaturation?
Yeah,
Is there
a little bit.
Oh, yeah, kind
There's
of.
a little burn going on there. Yeah. Same thing with Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
The Batgirl movie from Warner Brothers was axed 2 years ago, despite apparently being almost fully complete. Fans of the DC Universe were upset when they heard the news, and many have posted online over the last 2 years wondering what they were missing since the film was axed for tax purposes. Well, now those fans have one more thing they can be sad about. Michael Keaton apparently doesn't care that the movie got the axe. In a new interview with GQ, Keaton explained, saying, quote, "I don't care one way or another. Big, fun, nice check." He did come back as Batman for Batgirl and got apparently a big, fun, nice check. He did say, though, that he felt bad for the directors of the movie because they're good guys and said, quote, "I pull for them. I want them to succeed. And I think they felt very badly. And that made me feel bad. But me, I'm good."
Did anybody but me see the Flash in theaters?
Yeah, probably. I didn't watch that.
You didn't?
No.
I didn't watch it.
Which is weird because I love the show.
And I love Batman.
Well, old Michael Keaton is Batman in it. Spoiler.
Thank you.
And then at the end, when Batman shows up, it's supposed to be Ben Affleck, but it's a different Batman, not Michael Keaton. And
Robert
not-
Pattinson?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't spoil this.
Is Robert Pattinson in the movie?
Holy crap, is it Robert Pattinson?
It is not.
Oh,
Oh,
who
okay.
was it?
Yeah, just say it.
So
it's a terrible movie.
Bruce Wayne pulls up in his car, and he gets out. At the beginning of the movie, it was Ben Affleck, but after all the adventures and stuff, it's George Clooney.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Actually, The Flash was one of the better DC movies, I got to say.
Really?
I thought so.
I'm not going to look at this is from Derek Terry. He just emailed us. I'm not going to lie. When Idris Elba rescues the little girl from the kaiju, I got a little misty.
Nice. And finally, Ryan Reynolds revealed on Instagram that he made sure Deadpool and Wolverine paid tribute to the late son of co-star Rob Delaney, especially since Reynolds has always regretted not doing so in Deadpool 2.
Is Rob Delaney Peter?
Yes.
Just the regular guy?
Just the regular
Is
guy.
he dead?
No, his son. Delaney's
His son must have been very
Henry.
young.
Yes. His son Henry died from a brain tumor in February of 2018, just a few months before the release of Deadpool 2.
Oh, my
Henry was only 2 years old.
Oh, God, that's awful.
On Instagram, Reynolds wrote, quote, "If you stayed through the credits of Deadpool and Wolverine, you might notice a credit saying, for Henry Delaney. Henry was Rob's son, and Rob lost his little boy to a brain tumor. Right as we finished Deadpool 2, I've always kicked my ass because I didn't place a tribute to Henry over the end credits. If there's a bright side, even more people are seeing Henry's name in the credits. of Deadpool and Wolverine. And at long last, father and son are sharing the same screen.
Oh, that is really touching. Did you see that the Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are kind of getting into some trouble?
Blake Lively is...
It's mainly Blake, right?
There's
no, because...
There's a real crisis with Blake Lively
God,
going on.
I still don't get what's going on.
Okay.
And I really just don't want to do a deep dive of it.
So this...
Wait, let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
With your entertainment news, I'm Joanna Barba.
Okay, the new movie she's in.
Hey, speaking of Derek, he emailed me the other day and said, there's a Ryan Reynolds backlash coming. That dude has skeletons.
Oh, yeah, he did say that.
Oh, that's interesting. The backlash so far is them trying to take control of this movie. Is it Last of Us?
No.
It ends with us.
It ends with us.
Okay, anyways.
Which, to my surprise, not a romantic comedy.
Well,
I thought it was.
It's about
domestic violence.
Domestic violence, about a woman who
Color me shocked.
she grew up with a domestic violent abuser father, and now her love interest is reminding her of these things.
Say some of what the controversy is?
Yes.
So Blake Lively has given some interviews, and people, it's a pretty serious topic.
Well,
and
so
people have asked her, what advice would you have for somebody dealing with domestic violence? And she was very flippant.
Really?
And blew it off and was like, I mean, what do you want me to do? Give him my cell phone number?
Oh, that's interesting.
Just like her attitude. And then some old interviews of her being really mean to foreign journalists.
I totally believe Blake Lively is like a mean girl.
Like an actual Gossip Girl?
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
She looks like an angel.
I mean, because she's married to Ryan Reynolds, who seems like angels on earth.
Okay, so I guess the director of the movie, he's the one that optioned the screenplay from the author of the book.
Okay.
And he was convinced by the author of the book to play a character, one of the main love interests. The director
plays the love interest. Yeah.
And so I guess in the production, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds kind of took more production role over, and that Ryan was trying to get it released around the same time as Deadpool so that they could release it as a Barbenheimer style. You go see these two movies at the same time. And so I don't know if you've seen this promote.
And is Ryan Reynolds involved in the production, or is he just Blake Lively's husband?
But she's a producer.
She's a producer, okay.
And did you see the thing where he goes and interviews her co-star?
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds does.
Yeah. About being in romantic scenes with Ryan Reynolds' wife.
And it's kind of cheeky, but then he's been getting backlash for people are like, you're making light of a domestic violence movie. Why are you trying to be a funny, cheeky Ryan Reynolds about this?
Well, let's face it, Deadpool originally was a cancer movie, so.
That's a good point.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More of the Buzz Adams Morning Show on the way right after this.
I'm Daniel Paulus, and whether you're wrapping up your workday
drive, and as smooth as that first quiet morning coffee, right drive, the only way to drive.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers. At GVILaw.com.
Nico's going to have news coming up top of the hour.
I am?
Yeah, it's the plan.
Okay, yeah.
And night one of the DNC, Kamala Harris made a surprise onstage appearance.
Hundreds of content creators to attend DNC this week.
Oh, great.
Technically, that's us.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yes. We have a number of phone calls. And then I read an interesting article. It's a list of policies that almost all people would agree on, Democrat and Republican. You think there's probably not a lot of overlap, but there's plenty that I think everybody, for the most part, would get behind.
I got to, because I saw the board, our planning board today.
Yeah.
And Joanna, you might be able to help me understand it.
Okay.
In 7B, it says things Democrats and Republicans agree on.
Oh, yeah.
And then in 8B, it says old people things and millennials agree on.
That was a separate article.
Okay, about millennials and old people agree on things.
Yeah.
A couple of calls here. This one is from San Angelo, Texas.
Yo, Stoner guy. Dude, Buzz, you hit it nail right on the head, man. When you said that those people are always so negative and they hate everything. Like, I literally remember going to Buffalo just to watch the USA basketball team, like semifinals and finals. And there were people in there literally booing and saying that USA sucks, all our athletes suck, we're the worst people in the world. Like, who are they for? And every single one of them has a Make America Great Again shirt or hat in their closet. Just crazy, dude. Crazy.
Okay, thank you, Stoner.
Later, y'all.
Yeah, I think that is what I am taking away. The big matchup here is negativity versus positivity. I mean, just, listen to Trump talk. The United, we're worse than third world countries. We're stupid. Every other country's smarter than us.
I think that's part of his playbook, though, is to make everything seem so bad that only he can fix it. Or, I mean, he came down his golden escalator stairs saying Mexico is sending us rapists and murderers. So by making something sound as extreme as possible, he's putting himself in the...
You get tired of it after a while.
I kind of do, yeah.
Personally, take offense to it. I still think our economy post-COVID is the strongest in the world. We bounce back better than any other country.
Oh, yeah. No, we're
in the
doing
United
great
States
so far.
Just the little chances he gets to talk negatively about the military and people in the military. There was a thing yesterday where he had awarded some or maybe it was on Friday, he'd awarded a civilian medal to a big donor,
right?
Somebody who was a rich donor, and started talking about how it's more special than even the Congressional Medal of Honor or a Purple Heart.
Did you hear him double down this weekend
on that?
Yeah, he was asked to clarify his statement, and he goes, "Well, I meant it was better. That oftentimes the Congressional Medal of Honor people, I mean, you have to get hurt or die for that. I mean, I would much rather have the other one."
The one where you didn't have to serve in the military. Of course, General Bone Spurs. Of course, you'd rather have that one. Yeah, and so we get a lot of people calling in with just the most consistently negative. The NFL sucks. Movies suck. TV show, everything sucks. Eventually, you get worn out from it, I think. And I think it starts to rot you out from the inside at some point, too.
Good morning, Mosho. Hey, Buzz. Hey, Nico. I've got to agree with that last caller. I live here in West Texas, San Angelo to be specific, and this is Donald Trump country. I'm going to notice a lot of people start putting up their flags. The F. Biden, whoever invented the F. Biden flag, they made a fortune. Now what he's supposed to do, that he's not running anymore. I'm pretty sure those things were $40, $50 a pop. They weren't no $10 a pop, I can guarantee you that. But they're also putting up their Trump flags and stuff. Kind of like Joe Biden said, when Trump was elected to office in 2020, he gave all those, white supremacist kind of people a beacon, and they came out of the woodworks, man. Anyways, it's just up for debate. Have a good day, guys. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
So here's a list that I'm reading. Let me see if I get the publication here.
Hey, he said you have to say we love you back.
Oh, we love you back.
There you go.
We love you, San Angelo. We're going to go do a show there.
Yeah, we should, definitely.
One of these days. The Democratic National Convention is underway. And that's, I guess, mildly exciting to the percentage of the American population who care enough about politics. I want to remind you, I consume news and politics every single day, and I have to remind myself there are some people who just do not pay attention to this sort of stuff.
Right.
True.
Too much. We almost consume it too much.
I think so. At some point, it gets unhealthy. There's a new list online of over 100 policy positions that most Republicans and most Democrats support, all of this based on recent polling. So would you like to hear some of the things that most people agree on regardless of party affiliation?
Yeah, absolutely.
increasing restrictions on telemarketers' use of automated dialing and robocalling. Everybody hates this. Why don't they just shut them down? Nobody likes it.
The robocalling lobby.
Increasing legal protections for people who expose government wrongdoing.
The protections for whistleblowers.
Whistleblowers, right.
Whistleblower protections?
Now, I'll tell you, somebody who does not seem on board with that is Donald Trump, because he's talked before about, if somebody leaks something, they should be tried with treason and hung,
I will.
Whistleblowing sometimes means leaking information to the press.
Well, I will say that Barack Obama was relentless in pursuing Edward Snowden and any government leakers himself. So it's not I don't think it's as much as a Republican thing.
If there's somebody doing wrong and somebody reports them, most Americans believe they should be protected for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's one. Boy, I've been harping on this for a long time. Requiring financial literacy education in public high schools.
Yeah, amen.
I don't know if they have any class, even an elective, that teaches you, hey, you're about to graduate high school and turn 18. You're about to get flooded with credit card offers. That is not free money. I mean, of all the pointless stuff that I feel like I learned in high school, I just wish somebody had a talk about managing your money and setting out financial goals and how to accomplish them.
I wish somebody had talked to me more about what a Roth IRA was and compounding interest.
I thought a Roth IRA had something to do with Van Halen, I'll be honest with you.
Like David Lee Roth?
Yeah, David Lee Roth.
Good job, Nico.
Right? See? Hey,
aren't
you guys a little proud?
So proud of you.
Restricting corporate spending in elections.
That is, I'm not sure either side. They cannot agree on that.
The politicians probably don't agree with that because those sweet bucks are rolling in. But most American voters on either side think that corporate spending is out of control and should be restricted. So there are 100 on this list. How about if we take a break so we don't get too far behind? Come back and I'll just give you a few more, okay? And if anybody suggests what's something everybody could agree on. Telephone number is 915-910-4995 for a live call, or you can leave us a message on the NEC line at 844-805-NEC, 844-805-6325.
All animal shelters should be no kill.
Okay. I don't know about the recent polling, but I would imagine that that would have a very high level of agreement.
We need some killing ones.
Yeah, we need some. Some of these animals are no damn good. We'll take a break, come back with more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show right after this.
Artist interviews, new music discoveries, celebrating artists' birthdays, commemorating releases, champion of all things rock.
So if you ride, switch to One Motorcycle Insurer without getting your hands dirty. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 10. KLAQ and KLAQ HD1, El Paso, a Town Square media station.
Coming back, 5, 4, 3.
All right, Nico, stand by for news because I'm going to throw it over to you. But I was just looking at this list, 109 policy proposals that most Republicans and Democrats agree on, and this was done by YouGov. What they did was took recent polling and any topic or policy that had more than 50% approval from Republicans and more than 50% approval of Democrats,
Okay.
they included on this list. Okay?
So we share some space?
Yeah. So let's see. Establishing limits on the number of terms for members of Congress. Do you think there should be some kind of limit? Because these people get elected, they get a stranglehold, and for some reason it's almost impossible to get an incumbent out. You know, I heard an interesting fact today. They were talking about Biden last night at the DNC. When he was elected a senator, he was not old enough to serve as a senator.
I think
he was elected
29?
in November. He was 29. He didn't turn 30 until December, meaning he was too young to serve as a senator at the time he was elected. And now, I guess he's
too old
to be president.
I agree that I think it's important that there is new points of view and changes. The argument for why we would keep people is institutional experience. You want people who know how things run. You want people who
You
can
don't
help.
want a bunch of novices.
Right. And I think there is something to be said for
And if somebody's a great representative, you want to keep them. And I guess it comes down to the voters' responsibility to either vote them out or keep them in.
With term limits, we wouldn't have had Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Tell me what you think of this one. A majority of Republicans and a majority of Democrats agree. Presidential candidates required to take cognitive exams and disclose the results.
No.
You don't agree with that one?
Well, presidential candidates?
Yeah, if you're running for president, you've got to take a cognitive exam. We'll find out how much damage that worm actually did to RFK Jr.'s brain.
Well, what's a cognitive exam? Are you mean the exam? Okay, you know the one that they gave Donald Trump. He said he aced or whatever. That's the one they give for people with dementia all the time, like and stuff. It's like it's a simple cognitive test. It's not like a hard test. It would not be hard for you or I to do those tests. So
you sure?
Yeah.
Do you think,
unless you can't.
Do you think Biden could pass it? I think it would depend on which day and what time of the day you caught him.
I guess there's certain. I don't know. I'm sure you'd be fine.
This isn't on the list, but how about the Supreme Court? If you get appointed to the Supreme Court, you're in there until you decide to quit or you die.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's just too much job security. Would you be in favor of some kind of limit?
Yeah,
you don't even have to run for re-election. You don't have to do anything. You're in there for life.
You're not even elected to begin with.
Well, correct.
You're appointed.
A majority of Democrats, now this won't surprise you about Republicans, but also a majority of Democrats believe in requiring all voters to present a valid ID. And I got to tell you, this is a big wedge issue. I don't know why it should be difficult for anybody to present an ID when they show up to vote. You got to present an ID to pick up a prescription from the drugstore. You got to present an ID for almost everything you do.
Yes, and I do agree with you. Devil's advocate, on the other side, they would say that people who are poor, people who are disadvantaged, don't have the means to get those IDs sometimes or identification.
There are free government-issued IDs that everybody can get.
Sometimes you need to go online to register, or sometimes you need to do things that people don't have the access to. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I actually
But you do agree with it.
Yeah.
Making Election Day a national holiday, meaning nobody goes to work.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, somebody would have to go. Somebody's got to work at Circle K.
Have you
or be a cop or a fireman?
Do you know what our percentage is? Like of our population, how many people vote in presidential elections?
I don't know about these last couple of elections. I figure maybe interest was higher, because of who the candidates were. But God, I don't know, something around 30% of eligible voters.
Yeah, something that's not a majority.
Right. Let's see. Banning the testing of chemicals on cats and dogs. Most people, regardless of party affiliation, think that there should not be testing of chemicals on cats and dogs.
Oh, I disagree. I think we need to test more.
Do you really?
Absolutely. Put a lipstick on a dog.
See how this blush works on a cat's cheeks?
Absolutely.
Is that what's going on? You've heard me talk about this one before. Banning stock trading by elected officials. And I'll be a little more precise than YouGov is here. If you are on a committee that has any kind of oversight on the financial markets or the stock exchange, you aren't allowed to play the stock market, and neither are your immediate family member. Right? Doesn't that seem... A lot of these people in Congress and Senate get really rich because either they or somebody on their behalf is making stock purchases based on insider information. That's called insider trading. I mean, that is illegal for anybody else. Here's one. Republicans and Democrats agree, a majority, requiring the Supreme Court to follow the same ethical standards as other federal judges. That seems like a no-brainer.
Wait, what?
Requiring Supreme Court justices to follow the same ethical standards as other federal judges.
Wait, you mean they don't right now? Wait, right now they don't do that?
Yeah, I think
That's crazy.
At one point we had so much respect for the august body that is the Supreme Court that we wouldn't ever think that a Supreme Court justice would do anything shady, but then you find out about all these trips and a free RV and, you know, list goes on and on.
You know what, though? We don't know what Thurgood Marshall was up to, okay? We have no idea whether he was getting kickbacks.
Somebody might have picked up the tab at dinner.
John Marshall. We don't know what John Marshall did.
Kennesaw Mountain Landis. Republicans agree, or a majority do anyway, and Democrats, raising the minimum age to buy semi-automatic firearms from 18 to 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does it surprise you that a majority of Republicans also say, yeah, we ought to raise the... It would be kind of hypocritical, though, when you got somebody in the Army training with fully automatic weapons who's not old enough to own one themselves.
Yeah, but they also are doing that and not being able to drink. I mean, those same soldiers
aren't able to drink either.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to hit us with some news headlines?
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't think we'll get all the way through here, but we can get started.
Good morning. It's nice to see you all again.
Oh, my. Here is Nico Jimian with today's top stories. Good morning, Nico.
Good morning, Buzz. Good morning, Joanna.
Good morning.
A privately crewed launch is being planned off of Florida's Space Coast next week. Yesterday, SpaceX and Polaris...
Did you say Space Ghost? Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
It just says Space Coast.
Oh, Space Coast. I'm just kidding.
No, I understand the confusion. That would make...
Cape Canaveral.
Yesterday, SpaceX and Polaris Dawn said the mission is scheduled to lift off from the Kennedy Space Center after more than 2 years of training. The group is hoping to achieve several milestones, including reaching the highest Earth orbit ever flown and attempting the first ever commercial spacewalk. The specialists on board are also expected to conduct around 40 research experiments during their journey. The launch is set for Monday, August 26th.
I would never go to space, even if somebody, a crazy billionaire, paid for me to do it.
Why is that?
Claustrophobia.
Oh, you didn't have a joke? That's a real thing?
Yeah, really.
No, seriously.
It'd be super, super uncomfortable.
He's on the really.
Like, really? They can't hear you scream up there.
In the bathroom, I use the handicap stall because the regular one's too small. I need room to spread out a little bit.
Which is why I stay away from the handicap stall.
Right. Somebody said, you're using the handicap stall. What's your handicap? And I said, crippling claustrophobia.
I thought you would say like -7 under par.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nobody's -7.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what you're talking about
Right.
now.
A golfing handicap.
Oh my God. It all goes to golf with you,
Yeah,
doesn't
eventually.
it, Buzz?
King Charles III is meeting with
King Chuck. I'm sorry.
I almost thought of saying King Chuck. King Chuck is meeting with victims of the Southport stabbing today. The news comes days after Taylor Swift met with victims and families.
These are the little girls that were at the dance class, and
Yes.
some crazy kid, some crazy 17-year-old stabbed a bunch of people.
The stabbing, allegedly by a 17-year-old suspect, happened during a Taylor Swift-themed birthday party. The King will take the time today to, and I'm not even saying King ironically. I'm saying it
The
about
King.
the actual King. The King will take.
Elvis is going to be there?
Yeah, I know. That's what. The King will take the time today to also meet with community members and emergency responders. 3 children were killed and 10 people injured in the attack.
Yeah, but Taylor Swift did meet with some of the little girls, and they must have been thrilled, but probably real mixed emotions too.
I wonder if her and Travis Kelce have farted in front of each other yet.
Gosh, I just
that's a good question.
I think you would have to know T Swift on a personal level to know if she's a cool with farting type of chick.
Like, or does she want to be so perfect that she doesn't even allow herself to fart?
Or maybe she does, but she doesn't let anyone else hear it.
Right. Like she has a whole house that she bought just to go to do that in.
She's rich enough to do that. Yeah.
Maybe
A farting room.
hers are magical. They make no odor, no sound. It's just like
They come out as a musical
they
note.
come out as a musical note.
They
Right.
cure cancer.
They come out as a natural C.
Why are we talking about Taylor Swift's
Farts.
Nico had a
Nico.
had a worthy question. I
I have wondered that because
are Travis and Taylor at the point in the relationship where they're farting in front of each
How
other?
far into the relationship do you fart?
6 months.
6 months in. Yeah, 6 months is a good one.
Never.
Never?
Never. That's my answer.
You've never tooted in front of a girlfriend?
Nope. And if it was an accident.
what was the reaction?
Have you ever done it
Surprise
accidentally?
And shame.
I've done it accidentally.
Accidentally. No, this because
was it a toot or a rip?
It was a toot.
Was it wet
like this?
It went.
And you were with a romantic
I
interest.
was with a gentleman. Yes.
How did he respond to that?
He laughed.
Oh, nice. The only reason I brought this up was because supposedly Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are in the stages of talking about marriage, but it all comes down to the prenup, and they both have demands or things that they want in the prenup.
Like no farting.
No, that didn't even come up. I was wondering. No, he has specific demands in the prenup. Not even.
Well, she clearly is the breadwinner.
What's he protecting?
But so it made me think, wait, if they're already thinking of prenup, have they farted in front of each other yet?
I guess if you're going to marry someone, you should probably fart in front of them.
Or at least establish
hey, I fart.
if it's cool or not.
Let them know I do fart.
I had a girlfriend, and this was her deal.
And did she fart?
We're still in the news.
Now we got to take a break anyway. No, but it was important to her that we leave the bathroom door open if you're taking a shower or whatever. It's like, hey, we're a couple. We shouldn't be shutting the bathroom door.
Yeah, you should.
And my attitude was, you don't know what I'm brewing up in there, man.
You definitely don't want this door open.
Have you heard?
But that was, she was a stickler, is like, no. If it's just the two of us in the house, we don't have closed doors.
Was this the one that you're talking to again?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, certainly not.
Which one is he talking to?
I'm
again?
not talking to anybody.
Tell me later.
Well, Buzz's girlfriends, the only girlfriends Buzz has are ex-girlfriends.
True.
Which he then goes to see again and break up with them.
I just have him like on rotating redial.
The roster just keeps
Yeah.
rotating.
Yeah.
It's two
It's like
people. It's just between two people, but you break up with one to go.
The same two?
The same two.
Buzz Adams. And did one of them toot in front of you?
No.
Did you toot in front of one?
No, this was like a serious live-in. We were talking about getting married girlfriend.
Was this the one you almost converted to Judaism for?
Oh, okay.
Right.
And did you toot in
Come
front
on.
of each other?
I don't want to bring her name into it or anything. No,
Jackie Goldman.
God damn it.
Anyway.
No, she thought that was gross. But thought it was really important that the doors remain open on the bathroom. Yeah.
Everyone out there in our app chat, let us know. How far into the relationship are you
Yeah,
okay
what
with
time
farting?
period? Derek Terry, Nico doesn't toot. He queefs. Derek,
perfect.
You're the best.
Hey, let's take a break, and we'll come back and continue with a few more news stories.
The Daily Calendar. Ladies and gentlemen, August 20th is National Bacon Day.
All right.
Finally, a day we can all agree on.
I hate bacon.
Except Brian. It's National Radio Day for the medium that reaches 2 out of 3 people every single day.
And be warned, because it's World Mosquito Day.
Those little disease-carrying suckers can bite me. No, actually don't. Ow!
And that's your Daily Calendar.
Music news, concert updates, song and album factoids, and of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
If you ride, switch to #1 motorcycle insurer without getting your hands dirty. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
You are about to participate in a great adventure. The KLAQ Morning Show with Buzz Adams is back.
Yeah!
Only on 95.5 KLAQ El Paso.
Nico's got a few more news headlines to get to.
A few.
But we have some business to take care of. We want to let you know what the ghost song of the day is. At the end of the month, all of our daily winners have an equal chance of winning an autographed Phantom guitar signed by Tobias Forge of Ghost. Daily prize is the Ghost soundtrack. And no, not the Patrick Swayze Demi Moore movie. I thought that was pretty clever, but no, it Ghost. Have you seen the Ghost movie?
Yes, I did.
In theaters?
In theaters, yes.
Cool.
It was real good, yeah.
Was it cute?
So we got the Ghost Right Here, Right Now soundtrack as a daily prize, which is a nice prize, but really what you're going for is the grand prize. The guitar and the hag case or the hag bag.
You're a hag bag.
Are over a $2,000 value. And Joanna, 5 o'clock hour is going to be the ghost song of the day.
5 o'clock?
Yeah, 5, sometime between 5 and 6. Tell us what the song is.
The song is From the Pinnacle to the Pit.
From the Pinnacle to the Pit. That has a very Edgar Allan Poe feel to it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
They stare and frown. From the pinnacle to the pit, to the pit, to the pit. It is a long way down. You are cast out from the heavens to the ground.
You're going to hear this song in the 5 o'clock hour. When you do, you want to call the studio line. Let me give you that number. You want to be caller 13 to be a daily winner. 915-910-4995. That's 915-910-4995 when you hear From the Pinnacle to the Pit by Ghost in the 5 o'clock hour this afternoon. Lamb of God is going to be headlining at the El Paso County Coliseum on Sunday night along with Mastodon. Woo! Special guest Carrie King of Slayer is going to be there, and Malevolence. So this is really going to test the foundations of that. It might keep the animals at the zoo awake.
Lamb of God is a Christian rock band?
They are no, I don't think you would describe them as a Christian rock band, but I mean, this song is called Walk With Me in Hell, so gives you any idea.
Very biblical.
Let's give caller number 10 tickets for the show Sunday night. It is going to be a major metal spectacular.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who the lead singer is for
Randy Bly.
For Lamb of God?
Yeah. Randy Bly.
So
Randy's the guy that I went to a concert after I had COVID, and he's all like, "How's everyone doing?" And I'm in the back. Not that great, Randy.
So Buzz, I think, was playing maybe the other day. You had an audio track without.
You want to hear that?
Yeah.
I got it real handy. They can do amazing things where they
can remove
just isolate
the back.
And just
The
isolate.
music and isolate the vocals.
Mm-hmm. So
that should have been easier to say.
So here's Lamb of God, the full mix of Laid to Rest. So that's the full mix. If we remove all the music and have only the isolated
growl.
vocals.
Okay.
Smother another failure. Lay this to rest. Console yourself. You're better alone. Destroy yourself. Say who gives a f. Absorb yourself. You're better alone. Destroy yourself.
That's
Yeah.
Caller number 10, use the studio line to win tickets, 915-910-4995. That's 910-4995. And we'll set you up with tickets for Lamb of God Mastodon, and along with special guest Kerry King and Malevolence this Sunday at the El Paso County Coliseum. Joanna's going to get our winner there, and we're going to get back into news. So let's do it. All right, what else is making headlines today, Nico? It's your turn to go.
Oh, yeah.
Snap out of it.
No, it just the whole tab. Oh, no, there it is.
You all right?
I couldn't find the tab in all of my tabs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, Waymo is apologizing again for its cars that just won't stop honking.
Oh, my God.
In the
Have you
San
heard
Francisco
this?
parking lots.
That's still going on?
It's still going on. It's been going on for 3 weeks now, pushing one neighbor to start a live stream. A company executive joined into the live stream yesterday to explain the problem, saying that honking is a safety feature so cars don't hit each other.
Do you want to hear a little audio from the news story about this?
Absolutely.
So they rented or bought a parking area for their Waymo fleet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they all go there to sleep. But along about 4 o'clock in the morning.
For people, these are robot cars. We're talking about robot cars that drive themselves.
Yeah, like a Johnny Cab from the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah.
Around 4 o'clock in the morning, they start honking at each other as a warning, and it's driving people crazy.
So I was like, where's that coming from? I looked down, and I was like, I think it's coming from the Waymo cars. Then it happened again, and again, and I started thinking, well, this is an issue.
Over the past 2 weeks, I've been woken up more times overnight than I have combined over 20 years. I could not be more cranky today after these past 2 weeks. It affects the way you feel.
All right.
So
they call it Waymo because that's way more honking than anybody needs when they're trying to sleep. Come on, that's funny. Not funny?
What do you say?
Do it again for her.
They're called those cars are called Waymo because there's way more honking than anybody wants to hear in the middle of the night.
No, Buzz.
A2 Brute. A2.
Okay, so the executive said it's a safety feature so the cars don't hit each other.
But they're in the parking lot.
Parking lot.
Just don't hit each other.
They're like, we're too close to each other.
The software has been updated twice already to stop it, but so far it's only worked for a while. Waymo is upping its apology by offering ice cream to all of the residents.
Ice cream. Hey, ice cream. You can't sleep at night because our cars keep honking at each other. How about a Choco Taco?
That would drive me crazy. That would drive you crazy, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I mean, people who live in major cities, maybe they get used to it after a while. You know, my aunt and uncle lived right in the path of the Tulsa International Airport, where those planes would be going over every 10 minutes, just like low. And the whole house would rattle. It's one of these houses with like a crawl space underneath. And the whole thing would rattle. Somehow, they were just used to it. My brother and I would spend the night occasionally, and we'd wake up every 10 minutes when those planes went over. All right, what else is happening in the news?
A UPS driver in North Texas is home from the hospital after he crashed his truck when he reportedly passed out from the heat. The incident
Turn
happened.
the air conditioner.
I know, right? The incident happened Friday in McKinney. I think the car didn't have it. That's why. In McKinney,
Rolled a window
Texas, about 30 miles north of Dallas. David Reeves, president of the Teamsters Local 767, says the driver should have been sent home when he called UPS and said he didn't feel well after delivering packages for 6 to 7 hours. Instead, Reeves says the man was told to drop off his packages with another driver first, and he ended up crashing into trees. An eyewitness caught the incident on video, and UPS is saying it's investigating the incident. Most UPS trucks do not have air conditioning.
Well, they got that big open door, right?
Dude, in Texas...
And they get to wear shorts.
That doesn't help in Texas in the middle of the heat.
I got you.
Hey, Buzz, you know what you should do? You got me thinking with these automated driverless cars that are honking at each other. You should go to Nico's house right before you go into the station, and you should just honk in his driveway, and maybe that will wake him up and he'll go to work on time. Yeah, that might work, actually. Or not, better yet, just say me. Fuck up. Oh, I cussed. No!
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
All right, I'm going to fix it.
All right.
Don't you preview these?
Yeah, but sometimes things...
The same thing
things
you
get
tell
through.
me all the time.
I listened to him. I didn't know he...
You did not listen to that. You read the transcript, didn't you?
Yes. And the transcript sometimes doesn't recognize swear words.
And don't you get mad at me for doing that exact same thing.
Yes. But at least
At least he admits it.
At least I was here on time. And it's not
that
just
doesn't justify
general
it, but okay.
slackingness.
Okay.
You're
All right.
making his hernia
Oh,
hurt.
it hurts so bad. Oh, it hurts so bad right now.
Look at how red your neck got.
Oh, you made me laugh so hard. I popped a hernia.
Hey, did you know last week I cut my hair myself?
By yourself?
Yeah, nobody even...
You know how to do that? Obviously
No.
you don't. It doesn't look that great.
I didn't want to say
I didn't
anything.
want to say it,
yeah.
but...
I started...
Your hair looks terrible.
But now that you've admitted you did it yourself.
Yeah. With like a beard trimmer.
Why
I
didn't
just
you
trimmed
go
my
to
hair.
get a haircut?
I'm just kidding. You look fine.
I don't know. I mean, nobody said anything.
Turn around. It's a little...
There's times where you like shave your beard and then I ask you, oh, you shaved your beard. And you say why? Because you like messed up or something.
Yeah, because I just wanted to trim it, but I kept getting one side shorter than the other until eventually I get so frustrated I just shave the whole... Yeah, and that's what I did last week. But then I was like, you know what? This hair's getting pretty long too. So I just...
Might as well.
I just took the beard trimmer and went through and took off some of
It kind of looks like it's growing out into a mullet.
Yeah, you got a little...
kind of is. I didn't get the back.
It seems like you couldn't reach the back.
It's
I
party
made it-
in the back.
Yeah. Business up front, party in the back.
Moving on. Former President Trump has shared a seemingly AI-generated image of Taylor Swift.
You're right. There is a lot of Taylor Swift in the news today.
know. And some Swifties to falsely claim an endorsement from the singer. Well, two of the fans pictured are Trump supporters. In a social media post on Sunday, Trump posted an image of Swift as Uncle Sam that said, "Taylor wants you to vote for Donald Trump."
Apparently, she does not.
He captioned the post, "I accept." Although Swift endorsed President Biden in the 2020 election, she has not formally endorsed any candidate in this year's race. And
well, she's out on tour.
Yeah, of course. But she has not responded to Trump's posts. Joanna, season 2 of Frasier is coming out. Are you excited for that?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't watch this reboot.
I don't want to ruin it for myself.
Yeah, let's just leave it with the memories we have.
Okay.
No Niles.
No Niles, right?
No Niles or Daphne?
No Daphne. No Perry Gilpin.
The dad.
No Ross?
The dad passed away. The dog passed away.
Mm-hmm. Well, former Representative George Santos, who was expelled from Congress while facing almost 24 criminal charges, agreed to a plea deal with federal prosecutors in New York yesterday.
And he hated alien Romulus.
What, did he say that?
Yes.
Do you follow him or something?
I do the entertainment news, and it was in the entertainment news. I'm going to find what he said.
Well,
Continue.
he pled guilty to federal counts of wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. Under the deal, Santos will serve at least 2 years in prison.
You know, there was another congressman, a Democrat congressman from Illinois, who'd said, hey, look, I donated like $400 to his campaign, and then they ended up stealing my information, and, you know, it was just basically fraud. You know, here's a guy who somehow finagled his way into Congress, and he was committing wire fraud. People who donated money, he would then go around and hit them again. I think it was Jared Moskowitz said that his mother also had donated $200, and the next thing she saw, there was a $2,000 charge on her.
I think we knew he was doing something hinky. I'm just surprised that he's actually going to be spending time in prison. Well, 2 years and repay.
Might be a dream come true for George Santos.
Come on. You're better
It'd be
than
like
that.
getting sentenced to the Playboy Mansion for me.
You're better than that.
Okay. All right, I apologize.
What are you laughing at?
Derek's message.
What's it, Derek's?
I trimmed back my stash. I trimmed back my stash so much one time I looked like a black Hitler. Did he include a picture?
Yes, he put a picture.
Let me open this up. So Blitler.
Blitler.
That's not Derek. That's not a picture of Derek.
No, that's like an
That's
AI
Will-
generated Will Smith.
A very good visual.
Okay, moving on. He'll be he has to pay $300,000 back, and he'll be sentenced on February 7th. But he could end up being sentenced to 6 to 8 years.
Damn, and the last movie he saw was Alien Romulus. He hated it.
That really stuck with you, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it did. Because I debated if I wanted to include it in entertainment news.
Well, British tech entrepreneur Mike Lynch is among those missing after the Bayesian, a 183. Excuse me. Let me restart this.
Okay, so this guy's a rich guy and he's missing with a bunch of other people?
British tech entrepreneur Mike Lynch is among those missing after the Bayesian, a 183-foot sailboat, was hit by a tornado while carrying 22 people. The yacht was anchored off the shore of Sicily at the time. One person was confirmed already dead in the accident, with 6 others missing.
I didn't even know they had tornadoes in Europe.
On the ocean.
Or on the ocean.
It was on the ocean.
But this is true fact. Like 95% of all the tornadoes in the world happen in the United States.
It's almost as if the land was cursed or something.
Almost. Among the 6 that are missing are Lynch and his 18-year-old daughter, Hannah. 15 people were rescued, including Lynch's wife and the owner of the boat, Angela Baccaras, and a 1-year-old girl. Lynch was acquitted by a San Francisco jury in June of fraud in his sale of autonomy to Hewlett-Packard for $11 billion. Now, do you remember around this time last year was the submersible sub thing happening? Was it last year?
Yeah, it was almost exactly a year ago, I think.
I keep seeing memes, Joanna, that are like, so I see our yearly sacrifice of billionaires,
billionaires
to
is-
the Poseidon, the god of the sea, is going well.
That's terrible.
That's pretty grim.
I know,
I'm sorry.
but it feels kind of right.
But
You
It's
take some
almost
kind
as
of
if
pleasure
the
because
world-
this guy's rich, that he might have been killed
I'm not
on his
taking
yacht.
any pleasure.
No
I'm
pleasure.
Just saying,
no,
like,
whatsoever.
it's almost as if the universe wants to right itself.
We need to stop. Billionaires, stop going
Do
in the
we
water.
want to come back later and talk about these fart stories I'm getting?
Are you getting a lot of
App
fart
chat?
stories?
Yeah. Yes.
Definitely carve out some time for that. We asked when is the appropriate time frame to start farting in front of each other as a couple. Are people answering specifically that question?
Here's my last story.
Okay.
If you're getting out of prison, it may be a good idea to have a ride already lined up.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I've seen that in movies. Somebody's outside waiting for them.
Yeah, well,
they get like a new suit and $20.
Well, not this person. A man released from the Montgomery County Jail in Texas this past Friday is already back behind bars.
Oh, no.
Shenandoah police say the man had no sooner just literally left the jail than he stole a truck from their parking lot.
Because he didn't have a ride?
Because he didn't have a ride. So he gets out of jail. He's in the jail parking lot, thinks, man, how am I going to get home? Well, I guess I'll have to
I have
steal
a very unique set of skills. I'm just going to take the truck.
Police stopped him and the truck on I-45 as the driver headed for Houston. They arrested him, and he said he stole the truck because he was tired of waiting and just wanted to go home. He's back in jail and are now charged with vehicle theft. With the news, I'm Nico.
Joanna, do you want to talk about these fart stories that you're getting?
Yeah, sure.
In just a moment. How many more breaks do we have this hour?
2.
Go,
already
good.
behind.
Yeah, no kidding. I should really get to this.
I should.
A hospital in Georgia is accused.
I should really
of
get to these
losing
breaks.
A piece. A hospital in Georgia lost part of a man's skull.
Oh, my God.
They were going to put it back in after surgery for a brain bleed, but they could not find the part of his skull that they took out. So they made a synthetic piece for the patient whose name is Fernando Cluster. They replaced his missing skull fragment. By the way,
what a cluster of.
They charged him $19,000 for the plastic skull replacement. Yeah,
his skull.
Yeah.
Where'd I put it?
He is now suing the hospital.
Has anybody seen like
a skull?
Here is Mr. Cluster's lawyer.
They got various contradictory messages about why surgery was postponed, and ultimately Emory told them that they had lost and misplaced a part of his skull. It's mind-blowing, literally.
So they're suing the hospital for an unspecified amount of money.
It happens time and time again.
Honey, have you seen the rest of my skull?
Where was the last place you saw it?
In my head.
Introducing the Find My Skull app. Our powerful GPS will help you find the missing part of your skull each time, every time.
I lost a piece of my skull again.
Use the app, Jeff.
A 28 square inch chunk of your skull is located in the glove compartment of your Volvo.
Got it.
You'll love the Find My Skull app.
Guess what, honey?
A 28 square inch chunk of your skull is in your cat's litter box.
Gotcha.
The Find My Skull app.
Lost a piece of my...
What is wrong with you, man?
Download it today.
Hey, it's Daniel Paulus. I'll be along starting at 3 with everything from Led Zeppelin to Soundgarden.
Cowboy boots, men's, and accessories. Starting August 30th at both Lucchese locations. Gateway Outlet on the east side and the Montana Outlet in Central.
Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers at GVILaw.com.
All right, Joanna, you've been getting a lot of app chat messages about something that Nico just kind of threw out there in a very offhanded way.
Yes.
Are Travis, Kelsey, and Taylor Swift getting so serious that they have reached the point in the relationship where they're breaking wind in front of each other?
Right. Like, Travis is an athlete. I'm sure he eats protein powders all the time and... You know.
And it's been almost a year.
It's been bubbling.
Yeah, but
they've
can you see
traveled
Taylor
together.
Swift cutting a fart?
No.
It's hard to imagine.
Hey, I bet Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift do fart a lot around each other. You know, they seem like a couple of pedorros. You know, they just like bust ass. You know, they clap cheeks, but in the sense that they, you know, the farts are real cheek clappers, like, you know, like nasty. And yeah, one time I did fart in front of an ex. She was hugging me and she squeezed me, and I was like,
just popped out.
This was towards the end of the date, and she squeezed me, and then I just let it out because I'd been holding it in, and then but I didn't know what to do, so I just told her, "Babe, I farted," and she's like, "I know." Oh, warms my heart. All right, guys, later.
It's real funny when they're like, "I farted," and you're just like, "I know."
What question are people answering? When is an appropriate time, if ever, to become comfortable breaking wind in front of your partner? So what kind of responses have we gotten?
Well, Undead G says he lives by one rule, and that rule is it is safe to fart after she farts for the first time.
Oh, that's probably
I feel like
good.
that would be a good good way to see it. Like,
let her do it first.
Once you do it, that's okay. Permission. For me to do it.
What else?
Jimmy says, my dad and his girlfriend have been together over 10 years and have never farted in front of each other. Weirdos. Can you imagine going 10 years?
Yes.
How about in your sleep?
Right, you're going to fart in your sleep. What if you wake up one day and you
It's
hear
just
like
a fact of
Not
life,
if you
right?
get not if you get those special underwear, the soundproof ones.
They have soundproof underwear?
Hey, you still farted. And they're not smell-proof.
They're not smell-proof.
That's a given, right? Like when people are asleep, they fart in the middle of the night,
Right.
So they probably farted in each other's presence, whether they know it or not.
Unknowingly. Vanessa says, my husband and I have been married 22 years next month, together for 29, and I don't fart in front of him, except in my sleep.
Oh, she does say that?
Yes.
Yeah, when you can't control it. That makes sense.
Interesting. I do like the first guy who said
It's okay
you wait
to
for
fart until she farts for the first time.
you let her make the first move.
Like that time I farted in front of you. I'm sorry, Anthony.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I was
not
like,
you guys.
I'm like, Joanna,
What?
I'll be in the studio with Buzz,
And he toots.
and sometimes no, he's only done it once.
He did it once with Lisa.
I forgot. I forgot she was.
That's the funniest part. Is he forgot?
She was so mad.
Are you in the studio?
He's in there when she comes out. He's in there farting.
No, I was working on something. It wasn't even during the show. It was after the show.
After the show, and you forgot she was in there.
And you know,
I'm glad
if I'm
nobody's
here
gonna
by
hear that.
myself, I just completely forgot she was there. It's like saying the F word in front of your mother. You just forgot. And she never let me forget either.
No, she
To
did
this
not.
day.
Yeah, to this day, she's still like, remember, Buzz farted.
Let's just say at home you are very open physically.
And it was a thunderclap too.
Speaking of clapping cheeks. Okay, I'm going to tell this story, and I hope she doesn't get mad at me for telling this. Jenny, our friend Jenny.
Jenny seems like a chick who would be cool with farting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know her all that well.
No. This doesn't have anything to do with me or anything.
Oh.
She told this joke on stage.
Okay.
And Jenny Robbins is a stand-up comic. and a friend.
Let's make sure we identify her specifically.
Jenny Robbins, she's here all the time.
So she said that I think she was talking about this exact question, like when do you fart in front of a significant other? She was talking about, I guess, living with a boyfriend and how she farted before him accidentally for the first time. But it was like
How dare you fart before me?
It was a silent.
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know it was your turn.
But it was a silent but deadly kind of.
Oh, I think that one would be worse.
And she
Those
said,
egg salad ones that are quiet are the worst.
and then she said that.
Yeah, it smells like sulfur.
Yeah. That her boyfriend at the time walked through it, and that he went, "What?" And then he thought it was himself. It was so bad.
He's like, did I fart?
There's no way that could have come from my
her.
dainty little lady love.
He's like, God, I must have farted right now. Like,
I must have farted.
she literally gaslit him.
Let him think.
She literally gaslit him.
I guess this show has a reputation of being like a fart type of show.
Fart humor.
Our
But
show?
we really don't do it all that much.
No.
But it's a perfectly natural.
But when we do,
But it happens. I've worked in nursing homes.
Yeah. It's a fact of life.
It's a natural bodily function.
Everybody grow up.
fact of life.
Yeah, I sometimes fart and it's silent and I don't even know it and I smell it but I don't hear it. Is that going to count against me if I'm farting and don't know it? And it bothers me greatly. I'd rather hear it than just smell it and not hear it. All right. Thank you. Good morning again. Mad Plato.
Mad Play-Doh.
We got some fan chat messages.
Well, Joanna was reading those, but we got to...
No, Joanna was reading the
app chat.
The app chat. I'm
I'm
reading the.
chiming in about when's a good time to release gas in front of your partner. So when me and my lady first met back in 2004, the very first date, I passed gas and I simply told her, better out than in, baby. Better out than in.
That's an Austin Powers line, too. Better out than in, I always say.
And then, to my surprise, she did the same thing. She goes, what? So it was love at first fart. Later.
Well, happy 20th anniversary since your first fart date. What do you got? We got to make this fairly quick.
Oh, no, just some people in our fan chat, which is separate. This is on Facebook. Steven in our fan chat says, I'll fart on accident, but never on purpose. You got to keep some mystery in the relationship, people.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't just, like, recreationally do it.
But once it's out there, you're kind of like...
5 points.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it depends. Like, if you're super comfortable with somebody, I mean, if you love somebody, right? But it could be a deal breaker.
It could, yeah.
And a windbreaker.
One time I farted so bad that I woke up. That's right. I was asleep and I ripped it and I woke up because it was like dead. Like somebody was dead. Have a good day.
These calls just keep coming in. Who cares that it's an election year? We got a topic going.
Very hot.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's talk about farts all morning. I mean, that's the important stuff. There's no reason to talk about politics.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Who wants to talk about politics?
Not me. Farting is less distasteful.
You haven't checked any of these, have you?
Not one. They're coming in fast and furious, Joanna.
Like the tummy rumbles.
Hey, Buzz, Nico. I've worked with this guy named Scotty, and he used to rip these silent but deadly in the pathways, so you would have to walk through the cloud, reeking odor of death. We used to call it crop dusting. Love your show.
Okay.
Catch you later.
If Buzz was just crop dusting us here all the time, I think there would be like a revolt, or we'd go to management at some point.
I'd be like, you know what? We should be concerned. Something's wrong with Buzz.
You know, some people have a condition, right? I don't, but some people do have like Crohn's disease or irritable bowel syndrome.
Right. No, that's true.
You should get checked, Buzz.
No, I don't do it anymore. I would say I'm probably average as far as frequency.
Oh, at the house, you would do it all the time.
Well, it's my house. That's like that's like complaining that a bear is sleeping in a cave. I'm just doing what comes natural.
Yeah, but the bear and I don't share a couch when it happens.
You feel a rumble in the couch.
Oh, see, you're under a misapprehension that I care whether you stay or not.
I just thought it was politeness.
He's like, you're in my home.
You're in my home.
On my couch.
Eating my food and drinking my beer. And I got to crack a rat.
I remember I had a one-night stand, and, when you're hungover,
oh, man. This is such a great call. And it's cutting out, and it's a girl
talking about a one-night stand.
A one-night stand and a fart. I got to hear this. I hope the call clears up.
farted, just like pretty much ass clapping kind of fart. 7 years later, my husband still likes to bring that up, but let me tell you what, since then, I have not been able to take a decent poop without somebody either in the room with me or knocking on the door.
Wait, hold on a second. She had a one-night stand.
And that became her husband.
Then that wasn't a one-night stand.
Well, maybe it started out as a one-night stand.
Is she saying that the one-night stand is the guy she ended up...
Then I think she's saying that she probably has kids, and that kids are bothering you all the time.
Yeah, she says in the call later on it's because she has 2 kids.
Without somebody either in the room with me or knocking on the door, because we have 2 kids. So you kind of get over those boundaries real quick in your relationships. Love you guys.
Yeah, I've never thought of that. If you're in a really big family, there must be like constant farting going on. My mom had nine brothers and sisters. And they must have, somebody was probably ripping a fart.
Oh, yeah.
Every 5 minutes.
Imagine Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Charlie's grandparents must have...
God, what those bed sheets must have smelled like.
Yeah.
They're in their own Dutch
oven.
over there.
Yeah, they Dutch oven. Constantly, probably.
Where did the mom and dad sleep?
That's a good
Remember,
question.
they showed Charlie's
have
mom.
one.
No, they did. They showed the mom and dad briefly in the original.
Mm-hmm.
But the grandparents all slept in the same bed.
Yeah, where did the parents sleep? Or Charlie, for that matter.
Or Charlie.
Yeah, no kidding.
I sleep with my grandparents.
That smell. It is so familiar. Whoa, what is that you're wearing? Dutch oven. Perfume. I think he might be my soulmate. Dutch oven. Eau de toilette.
Your perfume. It's so... I just got pink eye.
Dutch oven. When you want to force someone to smell you. I find myself oddly attracted to you. The fragrance that men know. Dutch oven. For her. Keep your lover under the covers.
The Buzz Adams Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5.
Masterfully handcrafted in El Paso, along with apparel and accessories. The Labor Day weekend sale at Lucchese.
Oh, we're back. Buzz is back.
Hey, right on, Buzz.
Buzz in the Morning Show, 95.5 The Q.
Where did you come up with that question?
I've been thinking about it for a while.
About Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
Whether or not they're passing gas in front of each other.
Yeah, because
How did we get to that?
I guess I just
it was
think
very random, but it has been a successful topic, I will say.
I guess I think about it, from my point of view about, okay, if I had a girlfriend that's been serious for about this long.
If I had a girlfriend. Well, what, I mean.
Well, no, serious
What's
one,
your policy?
not just banging around.
Yeah. What's your policy? How far
None.
into the relationship?
None.
You never
Zero.
fart. You,
No.
You never fart in front of.
No.
What if she's a big farter? Like just enjoys
Yeah,
it.
like what if in her family farting was okay?
I guess it would depend if it smelled bad.
Hey, what up, Mojo? How you guys doing? It's Wrestler Guy.
Wrestler Guy.
Look, if Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are at that point in the relationship where they're farting in front of each other, I mean, I guess good for them, but I mean, let's be honest. If Taylor Swift farted a fart, it'd be a number one hit. Good morning.
Right. Somebody should roll tape. If Travis, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
It'd be a top chart topper.
She could bottle it up and sell it.
Like that one chick that was selling her farts.
Yeah, exactly like that one person. Except she has shame, I assume.
God, I'm ready for football, man. It can't get here quick enough.
Yeah.
Cowboys have their final preseason game on Saturday, and our broadcast starts at 1 o'clock with the pregame show.
Also, Joanna, is high school football starting soon?
Yes.
Aren't your nephews in it?
No.
Oh, okay,
Not
sorry.
anymore.
Well, the only reason I bring it up because I saw a post on FitFam that had a bunch of the Chapin football players, Eastwood. They were all doing dances and promotions for the upcoming season.
106 degrees outside.
No, the messed up part was all the negative comments. What? About our just high school kids. Like our
From,
awesome.
I bet, grown-ass adults.
Grown-ass adults.
Like what kind of negative?
Not going to division this year for them. Like, the Franklin shouldn't even be doing it. They're not going to division. It's like, seriously?
Oh, but don't say anything about their beloved Cowboys.
Right.
Here is a contest that we have going on. It just started yesterday. It's tickets to go on a cruise with Chris Jericho. It's Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea. And it's a code word contest, so listen on air for the code words that we give out 4 times a day. And I'll tell you what hours you can listen for him in. By the way, if you want to go to Jericho's website, it's chrisjerichocruise.com, chrisjerichocruise.com, and you can see all the stuff that's going on. And also, if you don't want to risk not winning the contest, but you'd like to go to this, I understand there are about It's about 3/4 of the way full, but there are still some cabins.
Tickets.
Yeah, and tickets.
Is it just out to sea, or is it like going somewhere?
It's going to the Dominican Republic.
Nice.
Out of Miami. 4-night cruise. There's going to be wrestling. There's going to be rocking. Chris Jericho's friends from the wrestling world and the rock world are going to be there.
That sounds awesome.
You're going to be on a cruise ship with a bunch of wrestlers and rockers for 4 nights to the Dominican Republic.
Go eat all the shrimp you can and then head and watch a wrestling show.
We are going to give out the code words Monday through Friday, including today. One in the 10 o'clock hour, one in the 2 p.m. hour, 5 p.m., and at night, 8 o'clock, sometime in the 8 o'clock hour, we have the 4th code word. Here's what you win. 2 tickets to the Chris Jericho Rock and Rager at Sea. It leaves out of Miami on January 31st. The tickets are for a double occupancy cabin on the Norwegian Gem. Meals are included. Admission to wrestling matches, concerts, meet and greet with Chris Jericho and the other celebrities. $1,000 travel voucher and $500 in spending money. I guess the travel voucher is to get to Miami because the prize is the cruise. Oh, man, I could get to Miami for way under $1,000. Just take off like at 6 a.m. and drive for 2 days straight.
That would be about $600 for $600 to $800. Yeah.
All of this could be yours, but just enter the code words. You can find the place to do that at KLAQ.com and the KLAQ mobile app. So 10 a.m., the 2 p.m. hour, 5 p.m., and 8 p.m., your chance to get registered for Chris Jericho's Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea. And the website where there are still tickets available is ChrisJerichoCruise.com. That's ChrisJerichoCruise.com.
Real quick, I just want to confirm with you, have we decided to announce our Halloween costumes yet?
Usually we keep a lid on it.
Until the month of or something?
Yeah, maybe the last 2 weeks we might let the cat out.
Buzz could still change his mind.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I mean,
We're
though,
doing
is
one.
if you do that now, if you actually announce
We have
now,
to commit to
you
it.
have to commit to it.
Yeah, because Buzz will somehow change his mind like a week before.
Well, this one we've had on standby because it's one of Joanna and my favorite horror movies.
Yes.
But I'm not saying what it is.
I say we bite the bullet now.
Last year we did Exorcist because it was the 50th anniversary of The Exorcist.
That was
Joanna,
really fun.
They had a vomit machine hooked up
It
so
was
that
awesome.
Joanna was spewing.
That was super fun.
It was.
Like,
Split
we were
pea
slipping
soup.
everywhere.
There's green everywhere.
I got some in my mouth.
But whoever did that at who does the floats for us?
The people who do the haunted house.
Yes, it was amazing. I have a couple costumes that are the most popular for this year. What do you think?
Well, go ahead. Those Halloween superstores are already open now.
Yes.
I know. What do you think is at the top of the list?
Deadpool and Lady Deadpool.
That's probably a good guess.
Deadpool and Wolverine, actually,
That's cute.
as a couple costume.
Maybe the guy could go as Wolverine and the girl could go as Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Joanna, this one's for you.
Okay.
So these are like the top 6. Penelope and Colin from Bridgerton.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Is it?
Yes.
Is Penelope a great big fat person?
What?
Maybe not a great big fat person, but yeah, she's a big girl.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Let's say I got you to do the Jodie Foster line for Silence of the Lambs without you even knowing it. Yes, sir. She's a big girl. Wait, was she a great big fat person?
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty easy. Just wear Chiefs jerseys and hopefully you're blonde.
Right.
Hopefully.
This year you could have a little fart cutout, though. Beetlejuice and Lydia.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Guess that is going to be
That would
topical.
be a good one.
How much of it comes down to what costumes Halloween Superstore has in stock?
It does. Also, like which ones they're pushing. Every year, like they push
A certain kind.
Yeah.
Joanna, do you remember in Central there used to be a costume shop called
House Emporium?
People's Emporium.
Oh, yeah.
This thing was insane. I mean, it had costumes that had been rented out for like 40 years.
It was like a theater costumes almost.
Yeah.
You would find, if you go to Halloween Superstore, they've kind of got what they expect are going to be popular costumes. But at People's Emporium, you had no idea what you were going to find in that place.
Okay, this one.
I miss it.
Right.
This one I want to do with you, Joanna.
Party City. Party World. Is Party City still open?
Party City is
Hey,
open.
let me ask you a question since we're talking about costumes.
Yeah,
and
what's
it's about that not Wet and Wild, Western Playland commercial.
Yes.
Where do you get a broccoli costume?
Like
the
they make
commercial
it sound
says
so
if you
easy.
Show up in a broccoli costume.
Show up in a broccoli costume.
What? A broccoli costume?
I guess you could find one on online, Amazon maybe. Party City?
Well, you tell me. Do they have broccoli costumes?
I'm going to be honest. I don't know if they have.
Yeah, they got a commercial. I guess you get in free.
You were so confident earlier. You were like, yeah, they do. Every vegetable.
Every vegetable.
Yeah, you were
Broccoli,
like, they got
carrots.
Garbanzo beans. You can be a bunch of grapes if you want to.
I did say that.
What about I Love Lucy?
That's a cute one.
I would work with the,
I've seen people do that, and then they go like the extra mile and make themselves look like they're black and white.
That would be super cool.
What about that one? You go as Ricky Buzz, Joanna goes as Lucy, and I could be Fred.
That's cultural appropriation.
Oh, then I'll go as Ricky.
I'm not Cuban. Well, you're not.
I'm Latino. I don't know if you have to be Cuban.
Desi Arnaz was known for being handsome and talented.
So I would fit perfectly.
And he had hair.
Okay, well, now we're just being hurtful.
Nico got his hair cut really short.
You did get a haircut.
Very short, and I'm telling you, you look just like the guy in Split. James McAvoy.
I don't. You're the only person who says that.
You keep saying that.
You could go as his persona, Patricia.
Hedwig.
No.
Etc. Nice. But anyway, we're doing a tribute to one of our favorite horror movies. We've talked about it on the air.
I can't wait to see the float.
Yeah.
And we have a costume for you from the same movie.
Thank God it's an easy one.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Yours is going to be
from the
really
beginning. The robe.
Spoilers.
And you just need a huge. Never mind.
I already have a huge
hammer.
Yep. Don't like to brag.
Now, if we could only rig it up so there's a 700-foot cliff we could throw you off of. Now, see, somebody with keen powers of observation might know what we're doing.
Nico is so concerned. He's like, no one's going to recognize it.
I'm sure somebody will,
And
but
I'm all,
you
those
guys are
who get it will get it.
exactly. You're playing to the small part of the
Yeah, but the people who appreciate it really
They really will.
Yeah.
But then there will be people watching the float and let's go by and be like, what the hell is that?
Why is Buzz in a bear costume?
And why does Joanna look like a bush?
I'm Tafiti again.
Yeah. Or a walking bush.
I wonder what percentage of people listening right now have figured
They're-
out what
yeah, they've
movie
got
we're
it.
doing. Maybe 5% of people?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Good morning, Buzz.
Oops.
Did you not mean to play that?
My elbow hit the starter. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and play it anyway.
Okay.
Good morning, Buzz. Good morning, Mo Show. The reason I'm calling is I want to take a time to commend Nico Ajimian. What he does is truly an art form. Showing up late, showing up whenever he wants to.
No, I don't.
Not showing up at all. And still,
Nico, everything that he said is accurate.
No.
So far, it's been nice.
They're called sick days, dude. All right.
continuing to have the ability to stay employed. I mean, that is amazing, man. That is art. I commend you, Nico. You're a beacon of light for Gen Z. Y'all have a great day, guys. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
I hate to tell you, dude, it's not a skill or anything like that. It's literally I'm a last resort. So
what?
What?
It's not like I'm a last resort. It's not like Company has somebody waiting in the wings to do.
Oh, believe me.
To do this.
Start sending in resumes now.
No, I meant people that would be good at it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
I just hate the idea that there might be some young person out there who's not had their first job yet, and they hear you not showing up.
Don't look
or
to me for anything.
2 hours and 45 minutes late.
Yeah, don't look to Nico for that.
You will not keep a job if you demonstrate the work ethic that Nico does on this show.
Mm-hmm.
He somehow is a unicorn. I don't know how he gets away with it, but he does.
Because I'm the dirt basement, the poorest person paid on the entire show.
And you will remain that way with this attitude.
He's got a point. Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back. We got more of the Buzz Adams Morning Show on the way. Welcome your phone calls, of course. You can drop us a call on the NEC line. That number is 844-805-NEC, 844-805-6325, or call us directly in the studio. We always welcome those live calls at 915-910-4995. That's 910-4995. More of the Buzz Adams Morning Show is headed your way right after this.
Find out what's going on. Quirky facts about our region. Urgent things you need to know impacting your drive. And of course, nothing but El Paso's best rock.
Oh, Stay. See for yourself. ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
We're in position.
Come on, let's go. And now, this is going to be good. Buzz. The Buzz Adams Morning Show is back.
A good Tuesday morning to everybody, one and all. Thank you for joining us today. Always good to have you along for as long as we can have you along. I know there are some people that listen to all 4 hours.
From what it
because they catch when we do replays.
Yeah, and from what everybody talks to me about, it sounds like that's all that we do is do replays. They're like, we listen to the whole thing. And it's like, not everybody listens to the 4 hours. And you told me that the radio mentality,
15 minutes.
Yeah, it's
15
like
minutes.
new audience, 15 minutes.
That has, I mean, now that may not apply to podcasts. And some people listen to the Buzz on Demand podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But the real truth behind it, when you hear us doing replays, is that I'm naturally pretty lazy. And I have to go to the bathroom sometimes. Yeah. So a combination of those two factors.
Yeah. They meet in the middle.
We are going to hear from a mom who's a millennial, so I'm thinking like around your age, Joanna.
Okay.
Oh, can you believe that there's moms our age?
They have children.
Oh.
I just had a puppy.
There are grandmas your age.
Yeah,
there is. Gilfs.
This lady named Laura Wilson, who is a TikToker and mother of two from London, is complaining about a T-shirt she saw for little girls at Zara. Do you know what Zara is?
It's like a store.
Don't they make dresses?
Yeah, it's a fashion store.
It has a picture of strawberries on the front, and it says "Take a bite." So there's kind of the picture, and this lady thinks it's overly sexual and being sold to little girls. Zara has responded by pulling the shirt.
Oh, really?
But they say it was just literal strawberries.
Go back to the picture real quick. It has two strawberries where breasts would be.
I don't know if that was the intent, but it's on the front of the shirt.
And it says, take a bite.
Take a bite.
Uh-huh.
A burst of sweet delight, making it the perfect summer snack. Here's the TikTok lady, mother of two, talking about the shirt.
I am not one to be overly sensitive about clothing, but I was in Zara the other day and this was in the girls section. I'm so shocked. Take a bite. Is it just me or is this just not okay? I would never have my girls in this t-shirt. I mean, is it just me or is this just plain wrong in plain sight?
Oh, it's on the back of the shirt.
Oh, so it's not.
okay.
It's not where the boobies would be.
Oh.
Well, that makes a difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference.
I can remember being in the gym circa 2002, 2003.
It was the last time he would ever step in.
And there'd be young women, I think maybe high school students. It was real popular. They had shorts or sweatpants with the word juicy
Right on the ass.
right on the ass. And I remember
this is
thinking,
a generation that we wore pants that said juicy.
right. I always thought that was super inappropriate.
I like your anecdote from 20 years ago.
Yeah, but Joanna remembers those.
I remember
Because
that.
we lived that. We had
so
that
then
20
this
years.
chick is probably our age who lived through that.
She probably had a
juicy ass.
For her to be outraged over a strawberry that says, take a bite.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Worst thing that she's shopping at Zara for baby's clothes.
Yeah, also, maybe it wasn't for little girls. Maybe it was for,
I'm not familiar enough with Zara to know.
I don't know either. Just don't buy for your kid.
And since we're talking about millennials, I wanted to go over this article.
Yes.
No two generations have ever had as much beef with each other as boomers and millennials. So,
which is weird because Boomer
they raised us.
See, my parents.
Boomer's older than you, right?
Boomer is older than me, but not as old as my parents.
Right.
So my parents were what?
Your parents would be like our grandparents.
The silent generation.
Yeah.
These were people who were born before World War II. The baby boomers mostly were born during World War II or shortly after.
But not old enough to serve it, right?
Yeah, right. So my dad was, I don't know, maybe 10 when World War II was going on. Millennials are driven to distraction by boomers. And boomers seem to be really put off by some millennial behavior. And you guys are millennials. There's a new thread online where millennials are talking about the boomer hill that they would die on. Things that they agree with boomers so much about.
Eat at the table. Don't eat on your couch.
Well, that's not on the list. And I refuse.
I know. It's the one thing that
I
Buzz does
refuse
that's
to
not
eat
boomer.
at a table.
It's like a teenager. He's like one of your nephews, Joanna, who just wants to eat.
Even at Thanksgiving, I volunteer to take a card table. Like a fold-out TV tray?
No. I bet you ate.
What?
I bet you ate with your mom. See, this is the other thing. When his mom comes to town, he tries to act like a different person.
Like he eats at the table all the time.
He eats at the table all the time. And
I don't like it, though.
And then all the beer is hidden and all the bottles.
Oh,
and
Buzz,
all the
that's kind of sweet that you do
I
it for
gotta
your
move
mama.
my booze back inside the house. Here are some millennial hills that they would die on that they have in common with boomers, okay?
Okay.
New car headlights are too bright.
It's too bright.
I agree. They are bright.
There's got to be some kind of limit on how bright they can make them. You ever flash somebody?
Well,
I mean, flash them with your brights.
With my pee.
And
With
then,
your brights.
And then they flash back, and you realize that they weren't on high beam. They were
normal
that's just how
lights,
they are. Here's one. Social media was better when it only showed you content from friends and pages you followed.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm
And it
getting
was-
sick of these ads.
And it was
really
easier to pick up where your last scroll left off.
Yeah.
Let's just take it back to the MySpace days.
You millennials
Click
agree
on
with
the
that?
page. You have to listen to a song. You can't stop. And then I put my friends in the order of 1 through 8.
Millennials agree with boomers about this. You shouldn't have to download an app for every single thing.
Yes.
God, you've heard me plenty of times.
Also,
I don't want to.
I just want to see the menu.
Yeah.
I don't want to download the whole thing.
That's right.
What a boomer.
I know you got a QR code on the table, but I just claim that I don't have my phone.
You tell them, I don't have a phone.
I don't have a phone.
I don't have one of these newfangled cellular phones.
See, I was trying to do, who's the guy from A Christmas Story?
Christmas Story? You said you never saw Christmas Story.
No, not Christmas Story. It's a Wonderful Life.
Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah, that was my Jimmy Stewart.
Let me hear a little more.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, Clarence.
Hey, not bad.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Nico, and you're not known for doing impressions.
I thought I was.
Congratulations on your Jimmy Stewart.
Good. That's a good Jimmy Stewart.
People need to stop speeding through neighborhoods.
They do.
Restaurants, we talked about this a little bit. Restaurants should offer an actual menu, not a QR code, especially when it's hard to read.
It kind of ruins the experience, too. Like, oh, and here's our menu. It's on this QR code. Everybody take out your phone.
Before I did that, I would ask the server to recite everything on the menu for me.
Would they do it?
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
Why don't you tell me about tonight's specials? You're at Chili's.
Sir, this is Taco Cabana. Okay, here's one. Millennials and boomers believe that tips should be for sit-down meals in restaurants only.
Yes.
That is becoming like a huge trend right now of if I sit, I will tip.
Remember, Lisa was really strict about you need to tip the people at the
Right, like
curbside to go.
You almost only did that, I think, because Lisa was so militant about it.
No, I called in food. You put it in a bag, and I went and picked up the bag. Why would I tip you 15% of the bill?
It was
or
something
20%?
that I agreed with her at the beginning of the pandemic.
Just to help people out.
To help people out, yeah.
But now, no.
It's getting out of hand.
There should be zero work-related texting, especially during non-work hours. All work communication should be through a work email account. Well, that's kind of how
That's the only way you operate.
Practice, right?
That is how I've begun to be. I'm all, you know what? Buzz goes home and doesn't check his email.
Don't check
I'm
it.
going to do the same.
Don't even think about it.
Don't even
I'll get like these
I will
threads of
see it
people
back.
trying to get hello. Like the fifth email, it's like, are you there?
I will
It's
see it at 5 in the morning the next day.
There is no law that says I have to check my email.
Only when there's a notification for it on your phone.
I just ignore that.
He can ignore it. Also, texts after 9 should stop.
Sorry, Joanna.
Nico, you text at midnight.
I'm like the only one who, like, I'll text her after 10 or 11.
What did I text you last night around 8 o'clock?
Show up to work.
Yeah, don't miss work. Hey, remember.
Your message was, don't forget to come to work tomorrow. And Nico, at 12:03 a.m., responds with a cute gif.
Yeah.
But also, it's midnight, Nico.
Okay, now here's one.
I have trouble.
that I've never...
You know what would happen, Joanna? I would have to start taking sleeping pills like Buzz. And then I would turn into him.
That is my biggest fear, that I'm going to end up like Buzz, having to be
Really?
dependent on these sleeping pills.
Yeah.
My prescriptions are between me and my physician, okay?
And your radio listeners.
And my 60-year-old live-in manservant who injects me with ketamine before I get in the hot tub.
Don't say that. You're going to get Henry in trouble.
Yeah. Wait, was Matthew Perry's guy 60?
Yeah.
Yes.
This dude that was like his live-in assistant
my
was
God.
60 years old,
What
and
is
he
he,
got
like,
arrested.
Woodhouse from Archer?
I don't know.
There
what
was a
that means.
report I saw earlier that said the assistant claimed he had found Matthew Perry like out of it before. And so he just thought, oh, he's out of it again.
He
But no,
wasn't
was
a guy
dead.
who knew how to do this. The doctors
No.
that prescribed the ketamine
will train you.
Taught him how to inject it. But if you're going to inject your boss, first of all, it's kind of your boss's responsibility. If part of your duties are, you've got to inject me with this medicine, which I got a prescription from.
Your duty should also be to keep them alive.
You shouldn't leave them alone in a hot tub, I guess. Final thing that millennials and boomers agree on. The way that Gen Z makes hearts with their hands is deeply unsettling.
Oh, it is so. No, that's not how they do it, Nico. That is how we do hearts.
How do they do it?
No, not even like that. They do some weird thing with their index fingers and their middle fingers to make it look like a heart. Yeah. Well, now you're just flipping each other off, but it's stupid. But I hate the way they do it.
So those are some things that your age group and the age group older than I am agree on.
He's an old man, telling it like it is.
I'm not going to download your QR code.
He's an old man, just telling it like it is.
Recite the menu to me.
Young kids today, you better
I'll have the quesarito explosion.
Cause he's an old man, telling it like it is. Yeah.
Hey, it's Chuck, your host for Loudwire Nights. Tonight at 7, we will rock the borderland with the best rock ever made and the best rock being made. Special guests, birthday and anniversary celebrations, and every night at 10...
Drowning Pool, ages 21 and over. See Speaking Rock's Facebook for more info. Live from the KLAQ studios, the Buzz Adams Morning Show. Courtesy of Glasheen, Vyas, and Inderman Personal Injury Lawyers. At GVILaw.com.
All right, we have just a few minutes to wrap up. Don't forget, we're going to have one of the code words for the Chris Jericho Rock and Wrestling Rager at Sea in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to have another code word in the 2 o'clock hour this afternoon, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Enter those code words. You can find the links at KLAQ.com, the KLAQ mobile app. Also, if you want to go to the website, the cruise is not completely sold out. It leaves out of Miami on January 31st of next year. You can go to ChrisJerichoCruise.com. That's ChrisJerichoCruise.com. Listen and enter as many of those code words as you possibly can to have the best chance of winning a 4-night cruise out of Miami to the Dominican Republic. Chris Jericho is going to be there. His band Fozzy is going to perform. He's going to bring a bunch of friends from the wrestling world and from the rock universe. And there'll be all kinds of rock and wrestling performances, all on a beautiful Norwegian gem cruise ship. Phil Donahue died yesterday. We got the news before the end of the show, so we talked a little bit about it yesterday. But talk show pioneer Phil Donahue passed away on Sunday. He was 88. His show went national in 1970, and he was doing it before Oprah had a show, before Jerry Springer or Geraldo Rivera had, and all of those shows. Ricky Lake.
Sally, Jesse, Raphael.
There's another one. All of those kind of had a similar format that was based on what Phil Donahue was doing.
The McLaughlin Report?
Well, the McLaughlin Report was a political roundtable discussion.
Oh, my bad.
Martin Kondracki. Eleanor Cliff. Patty Pat Boy Buchanan. Martin Kondracki. You idiot. The format was copied from everybody that I just mentioned there. Here is Oprah Winfrey. She inducted Phil Donahue into the Daytime Television Hall of Fame. Yeah. This is back in 1996. Well, actually, this was the Lifetime Achievement Award for Daytime Television.
I was going to say, there can't be a Daytime Television Awards and then a Nighttime Television Awards.
There are. There are Daytime
Emmys. Okay.
Sure,
yeah,
there are Daytime Emmys for soap operas and game shows. But here he is being presented with his Lifetime Achievement Award for Daytime Television. And Phil Donahue was also pretty shock-oriented. Like, he would have grand wizards from the KKK on with people from the NAACP and just everything you could possibly imagine. He really set the tone for all the daytime talk shows that would come after.
He may not have invented the idea of talking to people on television. He just did it better than anyone who came before him. And all of us who came after Phil Donahue owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude.
Phil Donahue, who gave us 28 years and nearly 7,000 shows, is the man who changed the face of daytime television.
There will be a press conference at your hospital.
Yes.
At which what will be revealed?
We are donating a heart to the baby in Loma Linda, California.
That is baby Jesse, the child who has received the heart transplant. Hi, baby. Welcome, baby Jesse D. Sepulveda, right here.
Phil, you did it with intelligence, with class, and most important for those of us who stole your ideas, you did it first.
Phil Donahue was married to Marlo Thomas for 44 years. And I think a lot of people think Marlo Thomas was a lot younger than Phil Donahue because he had that prematurely white hair. And Marlo Thomas had been kind of in the public eye since she was a kid. Her father was Danny Thomas, an early television comedic actor who started the St. Jude's hospitals.
He did.
Right. She's carried on that legacy. Did you know they met when she was interviewed on Donahue's show?
No.
That's how they met. And you can tell there's a definite vibe.
Spark?
Yeah, you don't have to look too hard to find it. So this was when they met, when she was a guest on his show.
I'm sorry that we are out of time. You are really fascinating.
No, but you are wonderful. I said it when we were off there, and I want to say you are loving and generous, and you like women, and it's a pleasure. And whoever is the woman in your life is very lucky.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. They were probably clapping cheeks 10 minutes after that was recorded.
Who taught him that word?
One of the callers. And I told you Marlo Thomas had a show on in the 60s called That Girl.
Yes.
It was they used to show it in reruns. I don't think they ever showed it at Nick at Night, or you would have heard of it. No. But it was kind of a clever, witty adult comedy for that period. You know, when a lot of the stuff was Gilligan's Island. And
wait, what was?
That Girl.
Which girl?
Marlo Thomas.
Who's that girl?
Marlo Thomas posted on Monday, I lost my sweetheart last night.
Aww.
A couple of years ago, when they were celebrating their anniversary, Marlo told people that it's the 3 L's that kept their romance alive: love, listening, and lust. And Marlo Thomas is only 2 years younger than Phil. It seemed like there was a big age gap there, but just 2 years difference. Anything else anybody wants to add?
I'm going to have to collect all of the fart. Thank you for the app chat, you guys.
It's been fart overload today, guys.
No, but some of these stories and some of the things that people have been mentioning are just hilarious.
About how the first time they passed gas in front of their significant other.
Everything. And just some of the hilarious stories. I also want to correct something. Rudy brings up, can somebody verify Nico's news is correct?
I did see that message.
Why? What did you say?
Well, because I said this story about Taco Bell and like some old products that they plan on bringing back. I didn't say that it's happening at current locations right now, because this guy went to Taco Bell after we did the show, and he tried to get a maxi.
So you mean you showed up two hours and 45 minutes late?
The news was that they were doing it. They're doing a test case in California. And that's where, like, the test, but they might be rolling it up.
The point I was going to make, you got into work at 8:45 a.m., and the first thing you did was put out misleading information.
Spread misinformation.
Yes. Yes, that is it.
So what they are going to bring back, like the caramel apple empanada?
Right now, they're only doing it at 4 locations in California. But it might get rolled out to the nationwide Taco Bells later.
All right. Have a great one, everybody. Listen for those code words for the Chris Jericho Rockin' Wrestlin' Rager at Sea.
That's a lot of nose candy.
We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what that means, but hope you join us then. Don't forget, we're going to have an After Buzz today. We'll be recording that shortly. Have it available for you. And, of course, the Daily Buzz on Demand podcast. All you have to do is subscribe to those, and you'll get them automatically. Have a great one, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. So long.
Show is done.
Are we done here?
We are done here.
I'd like to discuss this further, but I gotta go.
It's been real, and it's been fun, and it's been real fun.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
The morning show will be back tomorrow at 6.